Hello, Mzansi. Welcome back to another live edition, live reaction. Don Tony, we are here late night live by popular demand. I am really, really sorry. We were supposed to do this just a little bit earlier. But stuff got in the way, life got in the way, and I said, you know what? I made promise is a credit. So let me go in and do the live anyway and see who doesn't sleep, who are the late night edition gang. And then, yeah, let's talk about today. What happened in court? What was going on? What a crazy day. What a crazy day. Come right in. If you are joining us, oh my God, you guys are really, really supporters. I just planned this now. Well, I announced it earlier and yeah, I just I just disappeared. And I was like, nope, I cannot stay hidden. Look at those hellos flowing in. Shout out to the replay gang. You guys also, thank you so much for joining, even if you're in the replay. I know I'm going to get a lot of messages. I didn't get a notification. I didn't get a notification. I literally just planned this out 30 minutes ago. So, because I will owe you guys, because this one is so last minute, we will do a live every day. Okay, we'll do a live today, we'll do one Saturday, and we'll do one Sunday. And I think by then I'd have covered everyone. Okay. Hello, everybody in the chat. Drop a one if you can hear me loud and clear. Okay, drop a one in the comment section so that I know you are here. And you know, if you're in the replay gang, make sure you drop a two. Drop a two, because you know what? The replay gang also leaves me comments, and sometimes they don't know that the life has ended. So let's do this. Let's do this together. Welcome, everybody. This is Mzansi Unfiltered. What a week, right? What a week. We saw Advocate Nxumalo shock us. Okay, what a amazing performance. And then we also have Mshololo taking over the baton. She's applying pressure on that neck, and she is not letting go. The Brigadier Kinenda has the whole weekend to regroup and replan himself, because he doesn't know where she's going, why she's asking all the questions, and why she laid the foundation the way she did. She literally caught him off guard, and I absolutely love it. And the first step to catching him off guard was, I'm changing my hairstyle. Okay, my hairstyle, I'm gonna set the tone. Okay, we're taking off the cornrows. We're taking off, I think it was like a red burgundy cornrow. She took it off. Okay, she took it off. She took it off and said, I am going to show up, lay my edges, straighten my hair, and cut my ends. And this is Mshololo for the next couple of days. So let me know in the comment section your thoughts. Let me quickly read the hellos. Oh, this is a lot of comments. Thank you guys. Okay. Hello, Stu. Hello to Miss Sunny, who is present in the house. Legend, I see you. Yellow. Not sure what yellow is, but yellow it is. We also have Okaya. Hi, Kaya. Sawona Nkosazana. That is a lovely belter. I see you. Andile is back. Andile is our member in the house. Speaking of membership, are you a member of the channel? This is another way to support the channel, especially since they're going into downtime. Make sure you hit that membership and join. Even if it's just for a month or two, it just goes to show that you support the channel as well financially. But it's really affordable. Okay, it's really affordable. I promise not to rob you. Yeah, it's just, you know, to give you access. The main reason I open up the membership really is to give you access to you will have access to the defense team emojis, which are not available anywhere else on the internet. Okay, this is the only channel, the one and only channel that has those emojis. So you want to make sure you're part of the exclusive bunch. And if you're not in a position to support, that's okay as well. You know what else can support me? By liking the video. Speaking of liking, did you like today's live? Let's just get straight into it. Did you like today's live? Let me do a quick audit and see where we stand. Where exactly do we stand in the likes department? Where do we stand? And I just want to let you guys know, this might actually come as a surprise to you. Did you know that a like is absolutely free? This might actually come as a surprise to you. I'm now echoing myself because I have to do these audits of the likes. Let me just turn that off, turn my volume down. We only have 34 likes, and there's literally 91 people in the house and only 34 likes. That's really hurting my feelings. Should we just end this? Should we end this and then call it a night? Are we doing something else? If you're watching from your TV, there's an option to do it. We did it. We did a live demonstration last time. If you are watching from your mobile app, surely you can like the video. And if you're watching, I just discovered this, okay? If you are watching from YouTube Music app. Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm getting to know more about this. But if you're watching from the YouTube app, you can definitely like as well. I think there's a thumbs up somewhere there. So please make sure you go ahead and hit that like button. I absolutely love it when you do. Also, likes give mileage to the channel, okay? They give mileage to the channel and tell the algorithm, hey, Mzansi Unfiltered has gathered 94 people. We need more people to come over on this side and join us, okay? As we break down what happened in court today. Guys, can you hear me okay? Drop a one, please, so that I am doing my mic check. I really need to upgrade my equipment. I did, but I don't know how to use the sound box. You know what? Maybe since I'm going to go live more this week, I should use the sound box. I should figure it out and I should use it because, it will make our lives even more fun. T says, hiya. Regina is also in the house. Laston, Rivak, Kopano, Andile says, we are here. Queen Mshozi showed off and showed out. Macapella is here. Also, Stu says, we are here for the tea while drinking red wine. Okay, okay. Listen, I learned my lesson the last time. I can't believe I didn't bring anything to drink. How can I? I didn't bring anything to drink. Okay. I'll have to survive through. I just have a bottle of water, but normally I have a drink. I learned last time, do not do a live while drinking something, because yeah, I was talking too much. That's a little bit of my weakness. I talk a whole lot more. If you thought I talked a lot, I talk a whole lot more. Yes, yes, yes. Next comment says, the real papa says, hello, hello, hello. Guys, if in December, are we in December? Yes, we're in December. If you have a YouTube channel and you would like us to support you, please make sure I'm going to actually put a post in the community tab so that I can shout you guys out, so that family members can also discover your channel because you guys have supported me. I definitely want to support you guys. Okay, I see those ones. You can hear me. Yay! I am happy to hear that. Let's go. Mzansi Unfiltered. Let's go. Can we talk about Shozi's smirk? Listen, I think Mshololo. Definitely well done to Mshololo. Hello, sisters. Yes, I'll get arrested, guys. Apparently, if you call someone sisters, it's a criminal offense in the world of corroborations. I mean, Gininda, though. Are you really studying an LLB? Because it is giving, I don't know what I'm talking about. Andile, okay, can we talk about Mshololo? Let's talk about Mshololo's smirk. Yes, yes, yes. Let me see if I can broadcast her smirk. We need to react to that live as a family. Give me a second. Me, let me pull up today, okay? Let me pull up. Where can I find her? Where on this? Hmm. You know what? Rules? Can I play my own video? Or do I have to go? You know what? I don't want to get in YouTube jail. I already got in there this week. Let me pull up the actual live proceedings. Uh, okay, I found it. We are good. Now, You have to bear with me. Going live is not one of my favorite things because you have to do 465 things at the same time. Okay, first let me drop you guys a link if you want to come up. Okay, you want to beam it. You want to come up into the podium, come right on in. Okay, we are free flowing today. And then now let me add the screen, share my screen. Share my screen is easiest with two monitors. Yes, yes, yes. But my monitors are one screen. Share screen. Why? We already, okay, here's the option I want. Mshololo. Can you guys see Mshololo in the building? Okay, so what else are we doing? What else do I have to do before I get back into my flow? Okay, let's play this. Let us play Mshololo's smirk because it is priceless.
In your answers that you be brief, because the more you continue and continue, I get confused. So I don't want to get confused as I'm standing here. If you can just.
So I spoke about the I. People that like to say I are quite problematic in society. But in this case, Mshololo used the I very, very strategically so that she does not get the Brigadier, set on fire. So she said, she didn't want to say you are confusing when you go on and on and on, because then the Brigadier would say that's not a problem of mine, that's a you problem, blah 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 blah, and he would go on. So she said, when you go on and on, I get confused. So you see, she pointed at herself, and the Brigadier is like, yay, okay, cool. And then we saw that he cooperated. We saw that he cooperated. Andile, I see you in the building. By the way, guys, you're welcome. Camera on, camera off. I am bringing you up into the room. Hi, Andile. Hi, Andile. Give us a quick intro. Can you hear me?
Hi, hi, hi. Can you hear me?
I can hear you
Can you
loud
hear
and
me?
clear.
Not a problem. So excited for this.
So we are going through Advocate Mshololo. I think you have another device playing. You're going to have to mute it because it is echoing.
Not a problem.
There we go. There we go. We're in business. So tell me about the smirk. It stood out for you?
It was crazy to say that, but it was very crazy. How it started off? Wow. Wow.
Mshololo came in with the heat, guys, and she said, you know what? We're going to do a couple of things, Gininda. We're going to do house rules, okay? I loved the house rules because you see, that's what happens when you put a woman in charge. She probably sat there for all those days and said, I don't understand why these guys are letting this man get away with all this. I mean, he is just a police officer, okay? He's just a police officer, a mere policeman, and he's running the court as if he's already a qualified LLB. And I don't know if you know, but wearing that jacket is not an easy thing, and it is not for the faint-hearted. There's so many things they've got to do in the background, and you can't just go and talk in the high court. You don't just become a person who can talk in the high court. That is why some attorneys cannot represent in the high court because they're not admitted. You have to be admitted into the high court to be able to represent someone in the high court. But you know what? We're not talking legal things today. We are talking Mshololo. So she gave him 3 house rules. The first rule was, you're going to have to answer my questions. Okay? It's basic cross-examination 101. I ask a question, you answer. I ask a question, you answer. I loved that moment. I wish that we could have been watching it live together. But you know what? You can never predict what's going to happen in the live proceedings. So that's why I do my videos after. So she said, house rule number 1, you're going to answer my questions. I ask, you answer. House rule number 2, you are going to give me short answers. Okay? No long winding ganegwanes over here. I just want you to answer the asked. Okay. And rule number one, what did she say? Oh, and you're not going to ask me questions. There's no vice versa. And you could tell that Brigadier Gininda didn't know what was happening, and he was waiting for Baloi to say, "That's not part of the law. You can't do that." Da 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 da. And he was on his own. And then when Mshololo said no long explanations, okay, if I need an explanation, I'll indicate to you. And that's when he said, okay, that one, it depends. If I need to clarify something, I'm going to ask you a question. And also if I need to explain so that I make sure, and this is his brown nosing tendency, so that I make sure that I do not mislead the court. I am going to explain. Okay, so let me know what was your highlight as well today. Let me see. Yeah, let me know what was your highlight today as well, Andile. I forgot another house.
The highlight today. Okay.
I forgot another house rule. I think this was the most important house rule. I think Mshololo gave this one out to us, okay, members of the public, members of the jury. This one was for team's defense, okay? And it was, I know you testified. And I know you testified, and I know you've been asked questions by all the others, but guess what? On today o'clock, I'm also going to ask you questions, and I also expect you to answer the questions because that's how the evidence is going to flow. And I love the way that she put it because, yeah, when they are reading and preparing for their arguments, they're going to be reading the record of the court, and she can't be flipping over to what he said to Baloi and what he said. That confuses the record. So I love that she tidied that up. That I am also going to ask because Gininda has this annoying tendency of saying, "I already covered that." Insofar as I already spoke about that, as if to say you don't listen in court, which to be quite honest is quite rude. Andile, what are your highlights today?
I was about to actually mention what you just mentioned now. That part where she was actually saying to the Brigadier that he can't keep on dwelling on the fact that he's been testifying for a while and he has answered that question to Ramasipili, answered that to Nxumalo, answered that to whatever. That was like a very smart move because I think it's like very delaying tactic for him. So I think that was like a highlight for me when it started off. I think the house rules also just stood out for me. I was like, well done. So those are the very highlights for me that really stood out for the day.
Don't ask me why I have a bell, okay? Don't ask me why I have a cowbell, but I do, okay? I do. Correct. Yeah, Mshololo really, I didn't expect that from her. We always anticipate Mshololo asking for the qualifications, but the way she did it today, she deserves flowers for that. Because when you're dealing with the Brigadier, you just gotta tread lightly, okay? And I really hate that they give him that power. But at this point, what option do they have? Because you're trying to move forward and get as much as you can out of him. So I love that you can tell she strategized. Speaking of strategizing, I'm just going to go on record and say Shalolo did not forget her notes or misplace her notes or whatever. If anybody has been watching the trial as long as I have, you know Mshololo is not about working on Friday. Okay, Mshololo doesn't do Fridays. They all would rather not come back after lunch. That was an agreed agreement. Okay, it was an agreed agreement, but they were like, who's going to tell the judge, and how are we going to tell him? So in my experience, I definitely say there's no way. So you telling me she took her time to prepare her looks? You telling me she took her time to take off cornrows? She did all that and said, you know what, I'm going to misplace the most important thing that I need. So we know because Uzandile Khumalo cannot mind her own business, We know that Mshololo flies in, okay, to Pretoria from, I think, Durban. Okay, so she flies in. Zandile had an issue with that, and who's paying for her air tickets? I think she more or less had an issue with the fact that Mshololo is flying. I think that was more it. And I think she looks down upon Mshololo, but she doesn't realize she's an advocate. What is wrong with you? But you know what? That is just telling of her lack of knowledge. So basically, Fridays are not over there. They don't want to work Fridays. The last time they went for a funeral, they had to end early. The last time, basically Fridays, they always just want to end early. So in my professional opinion, there's absolutely no way Mshololo misplaced her notes. She was on the money. Okay, she was on the money. She was rolling. I misplaced my notes for this next portion of my cross-examination. Judge Rata had the option to say skip and go to the portion that you do have notes on. So another thing that I loved that Mshololo did today was, what did she do? What did she do? What did she do? She said, I understand you testified a year ago within a trial within a trial, and that you placed on record your skills and qualifications. Oh, yes, he was so excited. He says, yes, I absolutely did. And let me tell you something, because I love to add addendums. I also want to tell you, I did this already in the main trial with Ubaloy, and Baloy took me through it, and I confirmed such. And Mshololo says, gotcha. That's exactly where I want us to go. And she says, yeah, not a problem. But what I actually picked up is the state indicated that during your appearance on the 27th of November, 2023, you had placed your career history on the record and you confirmed. So basically, you did not put your qualifications on the record. So guess what we're going to do for the rest of the day today? You are going to tell us all about yourself because you love to talk about yourself. Not Brigadier Gininda saying, wait, what? What are we doing? I did not prepare for this. Now, if anybody asks me, what day did you start your first job? I can tell you right now. And it was many decades ago. Okay, I can tell you the exact date of my first job. I can tell you how much I was making. I can tell you how long I worked in that position. I can tell you the day I got promoted to another position. And we're talking within I'm not a policeman, but for Gininda, we're talking within the police, South African Police Services. Okay, what happens in the South African Police Services? There's ranks. Okay, moving from one rank to the next is not something to forget, unless for him, it's just another day, another dollar. But why did he not know anything with regards to his own ranks? That's crazy to me. That is just absolutely, absolutely crazy to me. Oh my goodness. What do I see here? Tim's Kosana says, it's a $20 day. Thank you so much. Wow, guys. I missed these coming in. Wait, when did this come in? Okay, I'm not that late. I'm not that late to the party. We also have Dan. Dan said, you know what? It is time to be a member. Okay, it is time. It is that time. And I'm here during the month of December. Belter said, I am here as well. And I am showing up with my coins. Thank you, guys. I absolutely love the love. Appreciate you. So, yeah. Those are the skills and qualifications of our well-decorated lawyer. Can you imagine a well-decorated lawyer who struggled to say, when I joined the South African Police Services, I was a constable. Like, is he allergic to saying constable? I did not know there was something wrong with being a constable. I absolutely did not know. I found out on Today O'Clock that, hey, it is an undermining position to be in, especially if you just got out of college. Like, where else are you expecting to go? But you know what was hilarious is let me see what else happened. What else happened over there? We will get into talking more about his qualifications. Mshololo set the trap for him, so he had to say everything on the record. And then I bet you she's coming for him for something. Because normally she says, I'm asking you your qualifications so that I can know the level of questions that I can ask you, and I can adapt my cross-examination to your basically IQ. That's what she said. She didn't give him that speech. So why do you think Mshololo went ahead and asked his qualifications, and why she made it a point that Baloyi skipped past them? But we're not going to do that. We're putting them right here inside Pagati on the record. Let me go back. I'm going to play a clip, guys, because I desperately need to get a drink because I talk a lot. I can already feel I'm not going to last without getting something to go down the throat. So I'm going to play a little clip while I run and get myself something to drink. I should definitely put, you know what? I should definitely put a bar in my office. I should put them in the fridge in here because then I won't forget that I need a drink. Let me quickly read through these comments. No, I'm going to do the drink. Then I'll come back to the comments. And what are we going to do? What are we going to do? We're going to come back and do the comments. And then when I do the comments, then we get back into these qualifications that I want to talk about. Where is the video I want us to watch while we wait? This one is going to give me enough time to prepare a drink. Here we go.
So what do you think happened?
Fethu ulongo wafika nesibhamu lapha. Ulongo wafika naso isibhamu. Wafika ediniwe bakusho lokho ulongo wafika ediniwe ngabingelelanga umuntu engena la. Ediniwe ukuthi uZandi wayekade ngamtholi. And the day before uZandi walala ngithi kaKheli. Kwalala uZandi nomthoko noSenzo no Kheli babelela ndawonye. And ulongo wafika lapho wabona ukuthi awukhona amajita komjito khona la. Umuntu wamangimtholi. Wafika ngalo langa ebusuku aphinde wahamba wabona khona abantu abawuthuthula manje uSenzo noKheli ushuthi umthoko noZandi uvela ibaselekile ubuya ngakusasa nje vele udiniwe ukuthi ushuthi awenziwe ibhari yena umuntu wakhe yaxhoshwa ushuthi khona umshayashaya uSenzo umfakele ushuthi umjida wakho waseDurban. Isuka lapho-ke leyo nto isuka ngokuthi le mjida wayidiniwe waxabana nalo nomuntu wakhe kuZandi kanti bexabana kwasuka umsindo don't isibhamu nomjida ngoba inhlamvu yokuqala yaqhuma yashaya phansi ashaya phansi yazolimaza uZandi la usuka lapho xixixi kubanje isibhamu ukuthi wenza kanjani idonseka itrigger iyona into efanele iyochazwa ngoba sasingasaphethwe wena kuphela asekubangiswana.
So are you saying that you don't believe what they are saying in court?
Ayikho ngoba le basho ayikho mina ngathi ngifike eGoli ngatshelwa enye indoda abanye abantu statement sami sikhona ngikhuluma into statement sami sikhona ecourt basazongibisa omunye oyikhulu naye shuthu waba involved ekutheni istory fanele simiso kanjani wathi indodana batlalela la ngikutshela lento ekhulunywayo lo izikhulunywa ukuthi ngene igebengu lapha ayikho lonto indodana kwenzela imedia uSenzo bethandwa abantu kakhulu kwenzela ukuthi umsindo ungasuka eSouth Africa into eyenzekile nje udubuleke elamula uZandi nesoka lapha ixatshwana ongitshela kanje lo muntu wakhuluma nalabo abasendlini bayazi omunye umuntu omkhulu naye wayekhona ukukhulunywa le ebikelwa nangalo daba usewenzekile.
So what do you think happened?
Fethu ulongo wafika nesibhamu lapha. Ulongo wafika naso isibhamu. Wafika ediniwe bakusho lokho ulongo wafika ediniwe ngabingelelanga umuntu engena la. Ediniwe ukuthi uZandi wayekade ngamtholi. And the day before uZandi walala ngithi kaKheli.
I am back. Thank you for waiting for me. I have my drink and definitely going to take a sip because that is so much better. I brought a straw so you don't hear me like gulping down a sip Perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay, let's get back into the comments. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Okay, we are doing live reactions of this week in review of the SENZO MEYIWA trial. If you're joining us in the replay, thank you so much for supporting the channel as well. Thanks for our supporters today. We have Tim, Dan, and Belter. Thanks so much for supporting the channel. It actually makes me smile so much, but you can also support the channel by liking this video, okay? Like the video so that everybody comes up, okay? And they know that, wait, what? Mzansi Unfiltered is live? What time is it? Why is she live? It is Friday, okay? No, we're not doing date night. We are talking about the legal system right here in South Africa. I mean, you already know Nigerians are about to come and always be here because they're getting visas, okay? They're getting visas without submitting passports. But you know what? I don't want to talk about that one. Let's get back into this comment section. Let me see what else have I missed in the comment section. So scrolling, I have a lot of ones in the comment section. Okay, so I went through most of these comments. Oh, Lerato is also here, and she's a channel member. Lerato, thank you for supporting the channel. Dumi is here. Yes, I stopped by Andy's comment. Then we have, I don't know how to read your name. I don't know how to read your name, but you say, well done, Mshololo. Hello, sisters. Guningi. Pressure on the wound. That's it, Mshololo. Apply pressure, okay? We will support you as members of the public. We will support you. Nothing, no weapon formed against you will prosper. That wound, apply pressure. Keep applying pressure on the decorated Brigadier Kininda. He is so decorated, he struggles to say the word constable. And I found out today in the comment section, I absolutely love the comment section. Listen, I'm gonna confess, okay? I don't know anything, okay? I don't know much, but the little things that I know was definitely not until today o'clock. I found out that, hey, when they move their ranks, okay, their badges or their ranks, they move from the arm, okay? The constable's badges are on the arm. So the next time you see a police officer, you can also check out this trick and you will immediately know where they're ranked, okay? If it's on the arm, they're lower ranked officers. And then when it's now here on the shoulder, inside Pagati, that's where the Brigadier Kininda wants to be, the shoulder ranked part, because he said, I was a constable. But then when it came time to say, I was a captain, he was like, Captain. Okay, Kininda, that's a little bit much. What are you trying to say about lower ranked officers? So I actually want to do a video. That comment actually inspired me. And I was like, you know what? Since I didn't know this, I want to do a video and talk about, you know, the ranks inside the South African Police Services. How do you even get ranked? How do you get promoted? How many units do you start before you can become a brigadier? Because he said, I created the taxi violence in Dun. And then he said, I created the cold case unit. And you know what? Patricia Mshale is, I'll read you her tweets, and the comments over there are also like, no, Brigadier Kininda. Someone saying Kininda has proved it, that he is the one who created the cold case unit. But you know what? I'm jumping. Okay, I'm jumping. Let's get back. Let me catch up with these comments. Stu says pressure on the wound has been increased on the decorated Brigadier. Listen, he needs to apply. He needs to see somebody this weekend. I don't know if he needs to go and find the African science people to help him so that he doesn't succumb to his wound, because that wound was showing today. Why? T says, why ningalali emakhaya asifuni ukulala emakhaya. It is Friday, and I wanted to see who are the We Don't Sleep gang. I see you. I'm taking notes. I'm taking the register. Makosi. That's right. Hello, Miss Dontoni. That's right, Muzi. I am here. Kopano says, give us the Dontonis. Stu says, how to be a member. At the bottom of the screen in the chat, there's a $. There's a dollar sign inside a box. When you click on the dollar sign, you're going to see things inside there. That's as far as I can guide you. After that, I don't know. Okay. I know that there's a lot of colorful things, and then you pick. How do you become a member? But also, to make it easy to become a member, inside the description of this video, there's a join link. On every single one of my videos, doesn't matter which video you click on, there's always a link to join. There's a URL to join. So if you click on that, you get into the join department. Thanks for asking that question. I hope you found that helpful. Mulalo says hello. Jeremiah is here inside Parati. Tim, finally, I'm in from the US. I hope from the US, or is it from us? I'm going to guess. Oh yes, Tim is from the US, because I can confirm that Tim is in the US, because today I've got the Benjamins. Okay, I've got the Trump dollars. Thank you so much. And you know what? The Trump dollars. Trump said, "What? You guys want to have an international currency that does not include the US dollar?" I am Donald Trump, okay? I am back in office and I'm going to run this world. If you want to not use the US dollar and use your bricks, whatever, and done, let me tell you something. You're going to learn a lesson you will never forget. 100% tariffs. What? So I haven't actually followed up on that story to see what is going to happen to us. Next comment says, thank you for joining, Tim. I appreciate you. Let me know what time it is over there. Stu says, let's like the video. Exactly. I mean, I have dealt with this matter before. Taking a page out of the Brigadiers, we have dealt with this matter, how to like a video, when you should like a video, why it matters. But we find ourselves every day repeating ourselves, consistently talking about, can you like the video? I mean, at the bare minimum, 682 people have come into our space. Okay. And if you find yourself struggling to comment, you are like, I really need to talk to Miss Digress. Why can I not comment? I am so sorry. Commenting is reserved strictly for channel members. And if you are not a member, you are not non-members, channel subscribers. So if you're not a subscriber, you cannot be inside Parati talking to us. Imagine coming to a family meeting and you're not a family member and wanting to tell us what we should cook on Christmas Day. No, you must be subscribed. That's the minimum requirement, subscription, for you to come and join the family conversation. We only have 126 likes. That hurt my heart. That hurt my heart, guys. That really hurt my heart. But Stu sent us the reminder. Please like the video. I absolutely love it when you do. Next comment says, Ingathi ngizayigibela ihamba. That is correct, okay? Otherwise, you're going to have to find us there by the taxi violence department if you're late. Ooh! Wait, let me look at this side. I can't see your name. Let me look at this screen. There we go. I'm just going to say Mzansi is in the house. I don't know how to say your first name. That's a tongue twister for me. Paris, what? Hello, Paris. How are you doing? Welcome, Paris. I've never had anyone from Paris on my life. Even in the comment section, I've never had anyone from Paris. That's why I'm so excited. Thank you for joining. We've got the ones. Everybody can hear. I forgot to check if you guys can hear me on my return from going to collect a drink. I might be drinking more fire. I might be drinking the Chiller's Punch, but this is not a sponsored video. So next time, somebody has to sponsor my drink. Who is this? Wait. I'm getting good at understanding the controls. Who do we have in the house? Oh, it's Stu. Stu said, I'm not going to just like the video, okay? I'm going to support with my wallet as well. I see you and I love you. Thank you so much, family. I really appreciate your support. Don't forget, the minimum way to support the channel is to absolutely like. And if you subscribe, that's a double bonus because you're taking us to our family goal of 50,000 subscribers by Christmas Day. Yeah, that's the official target. We're aiming for Christmas Day, okay? We have to have 50,000 on these streets by Christmas Day. And that would just blow my mind. That will blow me out of the water. Tabingwenya says, hello, hello, hello. Welcome. Yes, Nelson, you've got that right. I can always tell my family members, okay? I can always tell my family members. We have Nelson. Okay, Nelson says, Tuma, 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 tuma. Yes, yes, yes. I can always tell my family members, and I love it. Because you guys, you carry me with you where you go. I see you in the comment sections. I see you inside that battleground over there by the SAPC. Listen, I cannot join the battleground of SAPC because whoo, it's a war zone in there. Oh, it is a tough space to be in. And anytime I comment, like today I was so excited when Mshololo gave those rules. I wanted to jump inside Parati and comment in the battlefield. And I was like, no, I am not armed and protected. No, because every time I comment there, they come and they watch my videos, and that day I spend the day fighting demons. And no, I'm happy with those that are here, okay? But bringing demons and inviting demons into your space, that's a lot of work for me. That's a lot of work. Hello, innocent. Mlambo is here. Ivo, why are you up so late? Because Mshololo, okay? How can I go to bed without talking about Lady Mshololo, okay? Lady Mshololo said, I'm putting my head down, okay? I'm putting my head down. I'm putting on my pearls. I think that, yeah, no, she can't wear pearls to court. Have you actually noticed, Dan? Have you noticed? I think that they can't. It's not part of court decorum. There's no way you can wear jewelry in there because I've noticed that Mshololo is actually not wearing a white blouse. It's like an apron that she's wearing, that white kind of collar kind of thing. She'll still be wearing like whatever color underneath, but then that thing is an apron. I was like, what? What is that? A bib? It's like a full-on apron. So that is so interesting. Dan, connect your audio. Guys, I'm here because Dan said, I'm done with you. You better hit that live button. It has been forever. I have a whole notepad and it is full and you still haven't gone live. What in the Mzansi Unfiltered is wrong with you? And I'm like, you know what? I owe my family. I have to go live. I said I was going to go live. I have to do it. Innocent says, Queen Mshololo is the best. She absolutely is. Larato, hello, Mzansi Unfiltered family. Hi, Larato. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Then we have Andile says, that was my best moment, I swear. It was my favorite moment. The house rules, like I could play the house rules over and over again all weekend because that was just beautiful to watch. And how she brought a man to his knees. Next comment, Tembiso. Why can't I see you, Vele? Because you have to be inside Parati within to see me. But it's part of the channel branding, the mystery. Do you guys know I actually have a channel where I show my face? So don't be deceived that I'm shy. I'm very far from it. Speaking of that, someone sent me a comment and said, hey, Clantis is sick, Vogani is sick, so and so is sick, take care of yourself, be safe. Ngomezulu is, guys, I've covered this before, okay? No weapon formed against me will prosper. Period. Okay? No. Just because someone else is sick doesn't mean that something is going around. Something is inside the waters. No, I refuse that. And I reject that. I reject that energy. Someone also sent me a DM the other day and said, take care of that flu. I was like, what? Never had a flu. I didn't even get COVID. Okay? I do my level best to take care of myself. I didn't get COVID. Not supposed to say that word. YouTube hates that word. Okay, I didn't get to the Kovovo. I didn't get it. Dazi Leia, you deleted your message. What did you say? What? Now I want to know. What did you say? Hello, guys. I am here listening from the United Kingdom, London to be precise. Okay. Hello, London in the house. Welcome to our live. Who else is here? Wait, where else was I? Oh, why can't I see you? We are on. Good evening, members of the jury. That is right. I absolutely love my members of the jury. I love it. And I love to see you guys on these YouTube streets, and I'll be laughing my socks off. Laughing. And you guys are so, what is it called? Poisonous? Is it poisonous? Infectious. You're so infectious that I hear other channels using some of our phrases and I laugh because it is hilarious. And I'm like, that's it. Mzansi Unfiltered in the building. So why don't you guys do the honorable thing and take us to 50,000? Huh? So that on these streets, they'll be like, no, Mzansi Unfiltered over there. Yeah, with the 50,000 subscribers. Yeah. Hello, December. So Sisiwe says, thanks for always updating us. You are absolutely welcome. I love it. And I love it that you guys are here. Wow, you guys. Okay, Jumisani follows it up and says, no, I'm going to go deeper. This channel is addictive. Don't ask about my cowbell. Don't ask about my cowbell, okay? And don't ask me how many cows, okay? Dan, you connected, but I don't think you connected your audio. So go out and come back in again. Dan, right on time. Okay, Dan made it. Greetings to Mzansi Unfiltered family. Dan is there inside Pagati. He has found Mshololo's emoji. Kininda answered to ask it. He surely did. He surely did. Let's like the video. Okay, Stu. Yes, this is an amazing live update on Rata's courtroom. Yes. Nasipiwo. Hi. And then insofar as let's like the video.
Hello?
Hi, Dad.
Hey, what's up?
You are
Hold on a
here,
second.
and I am here.
I just walked in. Just give me 2 minutes. Let me fix my audio situation.
No problem. I'm going to mute you, and I'm going to keep reading till you're ready. Mass is also here. Mass, remind me your name so that I welcome you well. I forgot because you've joined the live before. Mshololo was. I can't see that emoji. Oh yeah, she was brilliant. Still Fridays, they end early because of traffic. Thank you for letting us know, Stu. Okay. Yeah, and you know what? Mshololo's got to catch her plane. Okay, we're not having Mshololo spend the weekend over this side when she can just fly back home. No. You end that. Okay, you guys remember the time when I used to call Mshololo Queen of Adjournments? Yes. Today I was like, Mshololo. Now you're gonna make me say that again, and I don't want to say that because you did such an amazing job, but I don't want to say Queen of Adjournments because when I called the Queen of Adjournments, I was upset with her. I was very, very upset because she refused profusely, okay, to. She refused. Do you guys remember the time they wanted to work throughout the recess, and Mshololo said, "To hell with that." Okay, don't ask me. Okay, I'm not doing that. I have plans. Okay, no. Everybody else was willing to work throughout the adjournment, not the adjournment, the recess. Mshololo said, please, how dare you? How dare you even consider that? Messi number 2. Hi, Messi. Says, I wish, Messi, your device didn't connect. Check your audio. Messi says, I wish they can remember to ask the Brigadier about going to Cleveland to book out that firearm, according to Captain Mchali. But during his cross-examination by Advocate Nxumalo, he said he sent Mangena. Wait. Let me read that again. I wish they can remember to ask the Brigadier about going to Cleveland to book out that firearm, according to Captain Mchad. But during the cross-examination by Advocate Nxumalo, he said it was sent. He sent Mangena. Yes, Mangena is the one who was sent. I'm with the Brigadier on that one. The Brigadier is right. But what am I missing about Captain Mchad? Please come back, number 2. Tell us more. Dan, good evening, good afternoon, good morning, good night.
Hey,
What do we say?
how you doing, everybody? How you doing? Nice to see you. Oh, nice to be back.
Nice to
Mzansi
see
Unfiltered.
you. Thank you. And welcome to the membership side.
Yeah,
I see you've
no, I've
taken
been
full
here before.
advantage. Yes, you
I've been a
have,
member
right?
before, but another member actually gifted me, so I was a member before. But yeah, this is my first time doing it on my own.
Okay, yes. I don't even know. Do you guys know? I don't even know where the gifted button is. And YouTube is like, we're not even going to tell you because we
It's
know you
all
people.
in the corner by the. So when you do the chat and you want to press send, there should be a $sign button there, and when you click it, there's like 4 different options. You can do your own membership, you can gift a membership, you can do a super chat, which is make a comment, and it's big and colorful and everybody can see it. It comes with a donation. And then there's the super sticker. What's good about your channel is that you're one of the few channels that creates your own stickers. So that's one of the perks of having super stickers. You get to use those in the live chat or even in your comments.
Yes, thank you so much. Yes, this is Mzansi Unfiltered. Okay, we have the difference of the
Absolutely.
difference.
And you know something, before I say anything else, I want to just, this is so cliche, right? But I want to properly give you your flowers and tell you why.
Okay.
Yeah, you know, every time I come to your channel, like, um, there's a lighthearted mood and there's kind of like like a up-tempo kind of vibe, and it's not, so I mean, because we know what's going on with this trial, it's terrible, and like there are other platforms where the creators are just so obsessed with the personalities of the viewership, and it's constantly like doom and gloom every time you go over there, and it's so serious, and it's like, as a viewer anywhere in the world listening, you have to like walk on eggshells when you're in their space, be it live or comments. And if there's something, I suppose, that they don't take kindly, instead of coming forward to let you know, hey, you remember, we wouldn't appreciate this or this. I mean, there's people that will put you into their broadcast without even saying your name, and then it's like, it's kind of petty. But I appreciate your channel because it's very happy, lack of better words, and I like it, and it kind of gives hope for the end of this trial, because every time you're on certain, it's always like, it just automatically, once you click, you're just in a bad mood, and it's like this thing will never end. So I appreciate the energy that you bring to everybody, and I appreciate, I've told you this before, but I appreciate your use of English, because one mustn't forget, this is international. YouTube is an international platform. It's not South Africa, even though I love and appreciate South Africa and South Africans. We just can't forget that all eyes are on this. And I think you give a general courtesy to your audience, because with your use of English, and just including people, and never forgetting that there are eyes all over the world watching this whole situation. I think the way you handle it, and you're very sensitive to other people, and I like that. That's a good quality to have. So I'd say all around, one thing that would definitely help is if you, I think you should do the live more often. I'm talking about like a weekly basis. If not, I can't tell you what to do, but I'm saying I think that would take you to the top, in my view, because the way you cover, it's a quality production style that you have. And I think if you did like a live, you would include more of those international viewers and those people from back home, and it'll just put you in a spot to be number one. But anyway, that's just my opinion though. But yeah.
We gotta bring out the cowbell. What? Dan? Let me tell you something, guys. Let me tell you something. What Dan guilted me into doing this live today. Okay, this is like, I don't know,
No,
Tuesday. He's like, you stop ghosting on other people's channels. Okay, stop ghosting. Okay, you have your own channel. Stop it. Okay, can you go live? I'm like, no, Dan, I don't really want to go live.
no, it really wasn't your fault. You know what it was? I was working too much. I was doing 6 days a week for about the last 3 months. So when that happened, if you had noticed, I hadn't been around as much. But I just recently became available again, so I guess I'll have a little bit of free time now. Yeah, but anyway,
So I
um,
appreciate that feedback because it gives
yeah,
me
no
a
problem.
pulse of
Absolutely.
what you guys hear. Because I'm
Yeah, we
here
all love
on
you.
my own. Thank you, Dan. I
Yeah.
am here on my own. Okay, Dan for president. Okay, Dan for unfiltered jury president. You know the person in the jury who comes and gives the paper. Yeah, that's Dan. So you know what, guys, I really want to take a moment to acknowledge you, Dan, as well, and thank you for just giving me an all-rounded pulse, because I don't know. If you guys don't tell me in the comments, I don't know. Okay, do you know the people that want to tell me what to do in the comments is always the ones who are saying you talk too much. What do you mean you talk too much? I did a whole
Well,
video today responding to someone telling me I talk too much. I said, you know what? You're going to get your wish. I'm giving you this video just for you, and I'm not talking. And it's a
I
silent
don't think
video
you
too.
I don't think you talk too much. You know what? If we're gonna take it there just to be funny, I do have one criticism, and
Go
that's
ahead.
it's. I think going forward, I'll even do a chat. This is a joke, by the way, but I'll issue a challenge to you if you can do your next 3 videos without saying okay or hello.
Oh, you mean like, no, not, it's not hello, it's hello. Okay, hello. Those are my filler
No,
words,
I'm
okay?
joking with
Because
you.
guess what? They are
No,
just
but
okay. Because I don't
no, but that's
want
just
to
your
have
spirit.
many
You're like I
talks.
said, you're a very lively person, and I love that. That's why I come to your channel. I don't feel outcasted. When like people are not telling you that your funds could be used on other things if they don't like you. It doesn't make any sense. Like we're all watching the same thing. This trial is not about you. It's about the tragedy of
Exactly.
the victim's family and everybody else involved, the people who's suffering innocently, all of that. But
So I
uh,
want you guys to know that I use the light-hearted spirit because this is a painful topic. I'm not immune to the fact that I'm not immune to the tragedy, and I'm not making it a joke. But it's the
understood.
only way that I can deliver and continue to deliver this story, because there are some days where it's hard for me. There are some days where it's painful. There are some days where if you just look at Bongani Ntanzi, it's just heartbreaking. It's
Oh,
devastating.
sure.
So if I focused on that, then it would be a sad doom and gloom channel. They're never going to get a
Mm,
verdict. We hate the world, da 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 da. But then we
yeah.
still have to live our real lives. So I wanted to create a community or a space where we can come and gather. And then I even have good news. I mean, Dan is now forcing me to even make announcements that I don't like to make announcements. So I'm going to say I am looking for an illustrator. So if you know an illustrator, tell them to hit me up, okay, in the comment section. I'm looking for an illustrator. I have something. Okay, I have something coming up. I have a couple of things coming up, but that's gonna be
Mm,
one of the first things I can do. In the meantime, um, let me read another comment.
sure.
What
And
else
then
did?
and then I could talk about Mshololo real quick after you read some more
Yes,
comments. Just a
because
little
the
bit.
comments build up, and I don't want people to feel like I didn't read their
No,
comments. So let me quickly
sure. Take your time.
not glance through. What is it? Read through. Let me quickly read through. And Dan spoke about English, guys. I strategically speak in English only, specifically because I want to hit with Google, and Google's not going to be like, yeah, let's find the Zulu channel, and and let's make sure that it tops number one in Google searches. That's why I use English. So don't be offended if I don't speak isiZulu. And this is the main reason. It's a strategic on my part. This channel is going to live on forever, even after the trial has ended. So I want it to be a searchable, and I also want it, to be a case study. Okay, one day Judge Rata is going to say, and then on Mzansi Unfiltered, they said, So that's why I like to keep it nice and tidy over here. But Andile says, Messi, did you respond? Because Messi, you fumbled my brain there. Andile says, and when she said to the judge, "Oh, you're cross-examining the witness." I think this was when Nxumalo was, yes. That was a very, what do you call it? Very inappropriate of the judge to continue while Nxumalo is over there with his client talking. The whole reason why they say, "Can I approach my client?" is to pause the proceedings. It even says so in the transcript, and then he approached his client. But then Judge Rata kept talking, and the Kininda, and then they were conspiring. And then one is forced to say, "You're colluding." And then you get upset. And then you scream at Mshololo and dismiss her. And Mshololo said, "Nope, you know what? My battles are coming. My battles are many. I'm the only female in this courtroom. That man is going to come for me every chance he get." And we saw that today. He came for her English today. He came for her English. I can't remember the phrase that she said, but I agree with the judge. I agree with the judge. And I hate that. So I don't know what the rule is when it comes to English. Funny, we just spoke about English. I don't know what the rule is, because I feel Nxumalo would do excellent in isiZulu as an advocate. And I don't know if they only have to use English or they have to use, what's the other one, Afrikaans. I don't know what the rules are. So if you know, let me know in the comment section down below. In December and maybe January, yeah, so in January I want to do a series where we kind of talk about some of these things, probably get like, an attorney or an advocate to come and answer questions for us. I want to do legal aid. I think everybody should know how to apply for legal aid. I want to get someone from the legal aid board. I want to get someone from the legal aid board to come. I want to get someone from the legal aid board to come and answer questions. I think we should all know how to do that. We have Patricia Mashale, who shared her witness statement. So now we know what a witness statement looks like. Well, I know what a witness statement looks like. I didn't share it because there's people's signatures there, and I don't want to get in trouble for that, because the police are be policing these days. The police be policing, and I don't want to be out there trying to tell Kininda that, listen, I didn't know, okay? It doesn't seem like Kininda cares if you didn't know. What else will we do? So those are the kind of things I want to do in January. If there's another topic you guys think we should do, let me know. That's before they come back from recess, and I think that will keep us very, very busy. Vusutando, okay, says, not Mshololo telling Rata to stop asking when she's busy consulting with accused number 5. Okay, Mr. Judge, stop it. Good evening, Innocentia. And next question is Coco Melon? Who's Coco Melon? I don't know what the reference was. Stu says, let's like it. Okay, please like the video. Innocentia, this story by Sfiso will always make sense. I know, that's why I have it. I actually have it as a clip here. And I can actually play it for 10 hours and let it repeat and repeat and repeat until everybody hears the message. But yeah, so I loved that message of his. Sfiso has been, what I love about Sfiso is his story has been consistent. He's never changed his story. He's always stood by his story. And then not Mshololo saying, so, Brigadier Kininda, in other murder cases, do you go to the families? Do you go to the families and, update them? And then Brigadier Kininda saying, no, AfriForum, there's something in writing. So I'm curious where Mshololo was going with that. I wonder where she's going with that and what she's going to bring to the table. Remember, today was Foundation Day. Okay, she was putting on her foundation. She was just here to tell us the tellable. Okay, she was here to tell us what we need to know and where she's going to go with it. She started off with the ground rules. She started off with the Meyiwas. Did you go to tell the Meyiwas that, hey, we're now going to trial? Did you give them any of the updates as the lead investigator? Mr. I. And then the other thing that she mentioned, of course, was the ground rules and his career. I believe there's a reason she brought up his career, and it's definitely not to adjust her questions to his level of intelligence, because he's made his level of intelligence very clear to us, okay, insofar as, and we've dealt with this matter before, and she made sure that she brings it back on the record. I'm curious to see where she goes with that. So we just have to stay tuned. not Mr. Interpreter trying to take 2 days away from us. But then at the same time, the other one, he hurts my heart, okay? He hurts my heart when I'm editing because he breaks the flow of things. But to hear the accused say they can't even understand him, whew, I thought it was just me. Because sometimes when I'm listening to him, when I'm editing, I'm like, bruh, that's not what he said. What do you mean? Andile says, for me, the handing of the second docket stands out as a glaring concern. It suggests that key individuals present at the crime scene, including Kelly Khumalo, should have faced charges. Kelly Khumalo should long have faced charges. This raises questions. She was protected. Mosia specifically said it himself in his own evidence in chief or cross-examination. He's like, what? I saw that it was Kelly Khumalo. And then, sir, what is going on my screen? Vusutando. Okay. What kind of an emoji is that? That is hilarious, guys. I'm so sorry. I just broke my concentration. I'm like, wait, what? What is that? So I have 3 screens in front of me. The one that's monitoring the chat is kind of like behind me. And I'm like, wait, something is jumping up and down there. What is jumping? Vusutanda says, okay, we got to bring up the love. Okay, let me show you what love is. Okay, with 350 rands. Thank you so much. Wow. Oh, today is the day that the Lord has made. Thank you so much. Wow. Wow. That. Vusutando. Oh, thank you so much. So, Nduna with Legends podcast. Nice, guys. Again, if you guys have a channel, make sure that I know, because I also want to highlight other channels as well throughout the month of December and January. And that's my gift back to you, because how can I get to 50,000 without acknowledging you guys as well? Thank you so much. Yeah, so those are the ground rules that Mshololo, okay, put out there. Mshololo said, don't play with me, okay? So I am so curious where exactly she is going to go with everything. I'm just so curious. Tim said, what's going on with my English? Did I say Tim? Tim Skosana says, I thought that I've dealt with that, but I will say it again. The time is 4:15 p.m. in the US of A. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for dealing with it. Yes. Okay. Well, good afternoon to you, Tim Skosana. Okay. Welcome to Mzansi Unfiltered. I appreciate you joining us from the US of A. And you have the world's biggest mgulugudu, okay, over there in the Donald Trump, in the White House, in the, what is it? Joe Biden giving a pardon to his own side. Guys, if you thought we have problems in South Africa, it's a worldwide problem, okay? That is so funny. And then Lindiwe follows it up with Mgulugudu Phakathi inside Unjani girl. I love it so much when you guys say it. I don't own any copyright to any of the words that I use, but I should own copyright to any of the words that I use, because it's just so fun to see you guys use it. I love it, okay? That's what I was saying. You guys are contagious. You're like a poisonous venom. You're out there spreading the love. And I am so happy every time you do it. Anilali, no. Why do you want my friends to go to bed, Taviso? I made a promise that I was gonna go live today, and I was like, man, it's so late. Time ran away from me. What am I gonna do? But then if I don't go live, they'll say we have it on video. We have the evidence insofar in as you said it in 2 videos. You were going live today. I was like, you know what? The proof is overwhelming. The evidence will be overwhelming and I won't be able to justify myself. So just turn on that button. Just turn it on. Okay. If 5 people show up, I'll be happy. And then at least when they say you didn't go live, I'll be like, there, okay, I was live. There's the proof. But there's 120 of you. So far, up to 1,000 people have come. Oh, it is just crazy to me. I want to say thank you for the love. It is so overwhelming, guys. It is overwhelming because really I thought, oh man, I'm so late. They've gone to bed. I've made so many people upset because I told them no date night tonight. You're hanging out as a family. Stu says, welcome all the way from the UK. Great Britain, the US is here, and France. Can you imagine? We are international. We're international. We've got to invade China, Ukraine. No, not Ukraine. China, South Korea. Because I saw Lady Ama is in South Korea doing, doing a set. I'm like, South Korea? Really? I must be so globally educated because South Korea of all places, I don't know, but yeah. So yeah, I have never had anyone from the Asias joining in. So if you're in Asia, come on, tell me hello, hello, hello. Hi, Isaac. Grace is in Botswana. Hello, Grace. Isaac says that's right. We're going to Klima. And then what else? What else? Puma Silwe, Guve Endlin. Guve Endlin garage. Guys, the Puma Silwe merch line is out. Okay. I didn't add it to this. We also have Outback Queen, like Australia. Is that Australia or New Zealand? Okay, guys, don't judge me. Okay. Those flags are too similar to each other. Is that Australia? No, that's New Zealand. We have someone from down under. What? Get out of here. Come for me. We have the Puma Silver merch line. It is already live. Okay, we're inside Palati with the merch line. Let me see if I can. The Puma Silver collection has a little bit of a glitch because not all of my merch is showing up. So make sure you check it out. Make sure you grab yourself something, okay? It will make my day when you do. Let me see if I can see it. Let me see if I can see it. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? There. Dan, come on in.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh,
Talk to me about Mshololo.
Yeah. I think what Advocate Mshololo did today was extraordinary. For a good reason is because usually I'm not sure if this is like a South African thing or an American thing or whatever, but in court usually when a witness, well, before the witness even comes in, even sits down, there's an issue of housekeeping. And
Yes.
I'm glad that Advocate Mshololo set the rules straight because she's trying to restore order because she's seen that this judge, everything and anything can fly in this court. So during things of housekeeping, that's when the defense and the state are talking with the judge and they're ventilating motions. They're going through the record, of witnesses, statements, anything that they have to do. And because this is usually never done before a witness, you don't call in a witness and have
Oh,
them sitting right there listening to certain
yes.
parts of the record
I agree with you.
and handling. Yeah, this is housekeeping you do before you call them in, and then if you have to do something, you say, "Excuse me, can you step out of the courtroom?" Like, I don't understand, like, what
Yes.
the free reign, what kind of free reign is happening in this judge's courtroom, and because the standard is already broken. It's like you can come here, say anything, and then no matter what the defense does, he bends to the state's, you know, case, and it looks very ugly on the outside looking in watching. So I'm glad what she did, to say to him, you don't ask me questions, and that was beautiful because one thing that I realized since Ganinda has came back to court, it's been a dialogue with every single defense advocate, and it's not supposed to be that way.
Sorry,
When
Dan, 1 second. Angelique,
Sure.
please mute. I'm going to remove you because I think you're on the phone. Okay, sorry about that. I couldn't mute you.
No, it's fine.
Go ahead. Andile, you're in the back. You're in the back. What's it called? You're in the backstage. Wait, where are my words? You're in the backstage. So Let me know once you're ready, and then I'll bring you up because I couldn't mute you. That's incredible. Go ahead, Dan. Sorry about
Sure.
that.
No, it's fine. There's not supposed to be a dialogue back and forth situation between any witness and advocate. So when a defense advocate asks a question, then the witness is supposed to respond. He doesn't respond with a question waiting for an answer, or what often happens and it flies past everybody's head, even me in the beginning, right? The advocate, say Mnisi, the captain, advocate Mnisi would say something, and he didn't even put a question. He himself makes a comment. As soon as he's finished, Ganinda takes it upon himself to open his mouth and start speaking. That's inappropriate. It's not permitted. It's not permitted for a witness to just freely and openly. And then when Amnisi says, no, I didn't ask you anything, or I don't need an explanation, the judge comes in and says, let him talk, let him explain. That's not how it goes. If there wasn't a question put, and then when there is a question put, yeah, you must confine the witness to the question. And then if he wants to expound afterwards, he can do so. But at the very first point, he's got to answer the question. But there shouldn't be a dialogue with one telling the other about respect and what's disrespectful. That's insane. So I'm glad Amnisi ignored him and completely just didn't even make eye contact when Ganinda was trying to assert himself. It was useless. And I think any other judge watching, JP, anybody, I don't know what's going through their head when they see regular rules of order just down the toilet every time you turn on Judge Rata's court. And again, this is an international trial. Everyone should be watching. Every single platform should be catching this trial. I'm talking all over the world.
Mm.
Yeah, I, it's highly irregular because you have people that analyze uh defense arguments, state arguments, evidence, and they bring it to the people. And I'm saying this would be outside of the spectrum of South Africa if if the home media would treat it like it's supposed to be treated. This wouldn't be like
Exactly.
like an open secret. You know what I'm saying? And
Open secret.
no,
It's an open wound and it's
this case
bleeding and yeah.
is the most unusual case in the world right now, and it's been so for there's been a lot of celebrity cases in many countries, Australia and America and the UK. This case is right up there. I'm telling you, the people, the cuff boys, the dear woke Christians, the I'm not a lawyer, but
Mm-hmm.
these people that make views and make their livelihood on court trials. I'm
Court
telling you, if
trial.
they sunk their teeth into this case, oh
Oof.
my God, I'm
I
this.
watch Emily D. Baker whenever I can.
Okay,
So I
yeah,
watch her. She's
she covered the
amazing.
Johnny Depp trial.
Yes, she spoke about it
Yes,
again yesterday. I watched the Johnny Depp as well. Did I
very
cover Johnny
entertaining.
Depp? I did cover Johnny Depp on my other channel. I also watch
This trial is way more interesting than that, honestly.
than the
If
Johnny
pe-
Depp. Johnny Depp is
I mean,
because
because that
he's a
one is really
celebrity.
funny. It's hilarious to watch, but
Yes.
when you realize how many police are in cahoots to hide a murder and how many people are involved just to lie about a docket, it's so insane that people are dying left and right. You can't tell me even though Amber Heard is crazy as batshit, she's insane, and the whole case was hilarious. There's no way that trial was more is should be on top of
Senzo
this
Meyiwa.
trial, even the
So
first one.
the Senzo Meyiwa trial for me, if there wasn't a body, so excuse my frankness in that, if there wasn't a body, they would even deny there was a murder.
Mm,
If there wasn't a body, they would say there was no murder. What are you guys talking about? And they would even say Senzo disappeared. Um, I think if it also wasn't for the love that Senzo Meyiwa's family has for Senzo Meyiwa,
mhm,
they would have just swept this under the rug. And I believe this happens for the John Doe families. Okay. How
mhm,
many John Does don't even get this kind of coverage, this kind of publicity, this kind of, and Senzo Meyiwa is not from money.
right.
But everybody else involved
I,
is from money. I would say. Chikotwala,
Mhm.
Longwetwala, Kedikumalo. I don't think they were from money then, but they had access to people with money. Zandile is not from money. Neither is she
Mm.
married to money. But they have access, these guys. I mean, Zandile wrote a letter to the president and he said, okay, darling, these are great suggestions. Let me see. Let me just follow through with everything you've said. And I think because of that, she kind of thinks she runs the show. Okay, she runs the world. She's the one. We heard Mshololo talk about going to pick up witnesses. And I think Zandile was picked up, if I remember correctly, because on one of the days when she was being cross-examined, they were like, "Oh, we've got to go, we've got to take her back, blah 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 blah." So I think that's one of the things that they're covering. And which witness, guys, do you think Mshololo was hinting at? Who is the witness Mshololo was hinting at that came to court when court was going on? Because Kininda was very quick to say, I wasn't in court, and that's why I never come to court, and that's why I always tell you guys I don't come to court. But who is it that Mshololo is trying to nail? Do you guys know?
Mm.
That's another thing that she dropped a little sprinkle on. Andile says, let me see where I am. Let me see where I am in these comments. Messi, I'm still waiting for your response. Andile says, and when she said the judge, you're cross-examining, we read that one. Next one is not Mshololo telling the judge, stop it. Mshololo literally told the brigadier, that's enough. Stop it. And I was like, oh, Mshololo, how many kids do you have? Because it's giving mother. It's giving, I am done with you. And then she caught herself. Like, even she was shocked that she said that. And she's like, oh, man, this is the part I am dragged out of this court. It is in this moment. But I think the judge was like, I can't even believe, you know what? It's Friday. I can't stand her already. And I can't believe she said that out loud. In Essentia says, this story by Sfiso always makes sense, 100%. Stu says, Zandile and Umtoro, that was what caused all this mixed masala. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Andile says, for me, the handling of the second docket stands out as a glaring concern. It suggests that the key individuals present at the crime scene should face charges. This raises question, yes, and this is exactly where we were. Raises questions about investigative bias and whether justice is being intentionally delayed or misdirected because kukhona nje okushaya amanzi. Yeah, there's something burning the water. Little loose translation there for my international gang, because you know we've got the members here. Okay, they're coming in. You know, we need a passport. I think we need a passport to join our lives, because hello, I love it so much. Hello, our queen Mshololo was on fire. So much respect. Absolutely love the lady. I cannot read Tswana, Soto, Venda. Can I read Venda? I definitely cannot read Venda. Oh, no. So I'm sorry about that, but I'm still going to highlight you and I love you. Oh, yes. You're saying, yes. I entered with my like. Exactly. Okay. Yes. Thank you so much. Calling in shortly. Yes, we see you, Dan. You got the dollars. I did. I love it. I am here. Oh my. Hello. Umaduma wangempela. This is the person who educated me today on Today O'Clock. Thank you so much. I learned about the arms and the shoulders, okay? I didn't know that. From now on, I'll be staring at the cops and going, you're not well decorated enough. Why is your pin on the side? Why is it not on your shoulder? I don't talk to shoulder length, guys. No. I don't talk to people who have badges on their arms. Put it on your shoulder. I need a well-decorated officer. Can somebody get me a well-decorated officer in this interview? I'm just kidding, because the brigadier, he struggled with what? The brigadier struggled to say constable. I was a brigadier. Shame on you. Yeah. So I learned today that if you're a lower ranked officer, okay, you're what is that thing called? Your rank is on your arm. Okay, it's on your arm. And now I'm not sure, is it left or right arm? Now I'm totally intrigued by this. And then if you're highly decorated, well decorated, and I think it's captain and up, yeah, over here by the shoulder. And yes, Brigadier Gininda is a well decorated brigadier. Okay, he's out there forming cold case units, and the other one. What's the other one that he formed? The taxi violence gang. And then somebody in the comment section said, "Oh, okay. So you were part of the formation of the taxi violence? The same taxi violence where Giago is a whole Dondoni in? But hey, you've never worked with him or seen him personally or know him. Okay, got you. Got you. But hey, that's your whole entire project, personal project. But you don't know Giago. I'll definitely be doing a detailed video on that one because that's interesting. Dazi says, hello guys, I am here listening from the UK. Okay, over there with the king. Okay, and next, Dazi says, I love. What do you love, Dazi? What exactly do you love? Irene says, I digress. I love you so much. Irene, I love you more. Stu came through, okay, with the super sticker. Thank you. Okay, I love it. Irene can hear me loud and clear. Next, we have Otems Kosana. Okay, my US gang. I thought I've dealt with it. Okay, it is 4:15. Wait, guys, am I reading the comments backwards? How backwards did I go? Grace is in Botswana. Yes, I covered that one. Ooh, we're listening from Zimbabwe. Isaac is in the house. I don't want to mispronounce, okay? Tepo sounds good. Okay, Tepo, I just subscribed and liked. Welcome, Tepo. You see, the live helps me get the gangs that are watching and not subscribing. You are here now. Thank you for joining. If you're a channel, make sure that you highlight that you join when I do the highlight yourselves post. Make sure you join there so we give you shout outs. This case is like a movie. I'm telling you. It is a whole movie directed by a 4-year-old that keeps falling asleep and changing the script every time we wake up. I agree. The state never saw this coming. It says Alexandra and the Cleveland case is equal to taxi violent unit. But then Brigadier, what did the Brigadier say? I wasn't investigating that one. Okay. I wasn't investigating that one. Mohane had his own responsibilities. I wasn't investigating that one. I wasn't a part of it. I'm not here to tell him what to do, and he doesn't have to report back to me. But Jiggy, you founded the taxi violence unit? Okay. And you don't pay close attention to cases in the taxi violence unit? That explains why taxi violence is still a huge problem. It's still a huge problem. Are you part of the problem, Gininda? Is Gininda part of the problem? Stu says, come on, Dan, we're listening. That's right. Welcome, Dan. Dan is a channel favorite. Okay, look at you. All this love. Dan is correct. We can't always be more. Stu says she is the best, very gifted in journalism. Okay. Her reporting is so addictive in a good way. Take your flowers. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Before you get to the next comment, before you get to the next comment, let me just say this before I forget this.
Go ahead.
I think
Yes.
you should do everything in your ability to try to hook an interview with Mr. Elton Hart. I think that's an excellent idea. He's been doing a lot of interviews with he's been doing a lot of interviews with like off platforms. There's a reason why SABC and Newsroom and ENCA don't talk to him, but he's doing analysis on the SENZO MEYIWA trial pretty much every week. But you're not hearing about it and seeing about it, for a reason. Instead, they got Lipstick Linda and Nisi, talking about non-factors and still giving the state credence in his reporting. So I think if you can get Elton Hart on and get his opinion and just give him what the ground is feeling, I think that would be an awesome thing.
Why do I love that idea so much? Let me see. I don't know how to get in touch with him. Let me see.
He
Does
works
he
at
have
the
a channel?
university, at the University of Johannesburg or something like that. I think you could get in touch with him there, or he must have an office or something like that.
Elton Hart. No, not Elton John. Elton Hart. Elton Hart. I'll find him.
Yeah, he's got
I'll
great
do the
knowledge.
find it. And if anybody has his contacts, DM them to me, please, on um Instagram. I love that idea, Dan. Thank you so much. Stu, you see, you're making us become creative. So there's Elton Hart. I agree. So speaking of the journalism portion, where has Griselda Lewis gone? Where has Linda Mnisi gone? I haven't seen them this week
Oh, they're
inside
there.
Pagati.
They're there pretty much
They
almost
haven't
every
been
day.
coming though. They're there.
Oh yeah, they're either sitting somewhere behind or somewhere adjacent to the defense. But
Oh, okay, okay.
yeah, but the thing is, they're not as much as they used to, because ever since after the trial within a trial started to heat up and the wind started to change in the courtroom, you can see their physical appearance
Mm,
has like decreased a little bit. They stopped showing up
okay.
as much, and the reporting still leans to the state, even though we can see that there's so much more worth reporting, and even in the contradictions and the lying under oath, there's so much that could be said. But when they say,
They
oh,
skip past it.
such and such reaffirms a link between accused number 3 and Kelly, they'll gladly report that, even though the entire day someone has been caught red-handed lying, about meeting somebody, or so. It's freaking insane. And then, by the way, I don't want you to stop reading the comments. I know people want the comments to be read. I want you to continue real quick, but I just I'll probably say this if you come back to me one more time. But I
Uh-huh.
want to talk about agents in
What do
the
you mean agents?
SABC chat, state agents in the SABC chat that have been there
Oh,
since
you mean
trial
that that ghetto chat? Okay, yeah. Oh,
since
let's go. Let's
trial
hear about it.
one. Well, okay, I'll talk about it now real quick then. Um,
Yeah, go for it.
it's
No.
it's
There's no flow to the chat today. This is
okay. No,
literally
I just want
Dan
to be
said come
considerate.
live.
I don't. Yeah, I don't want to eat up all the even though I said I have a full book for you, I don't intend to spill it all right here, right now. But
Okay,
n-
cool.
n- right. But these agents in the chat, people don't let that sink in when it's said that there are people in public spaces online that
Hmm.
are making comments to manipulate your outlook or opinion of the trial. They don't
Hmm.
understand how devious that is. I mean, when you hear it, it just seems like, okay, yeah, people are just really enthusiastic for the state. And sure, you can do that, right? But I'm saying there are people who are either paid or coerced, intimidated. I think they're just punks and they're intimidated. And it's for somebody in that courtroom. It's either for someone in the state prosecuting or for someone in the SAPs. Um, it's been exposed and proven
Ooh.
on another platform that shall remain nameless, simply because I haven't had contact with the platform in about at least a year now at this point, and they don't seem to be up to um, spilling the bag on the said agents. But I'm gonna get to the point right now.
Hmm.
There's an individual, uh, at least one. There's probably more, right? But there's at least one who's the most active. And when you go back and think about that period, about maybe 2 months ago, when multiple YouTubers such as yourself,
Hmm.
um, with your type of platform, were complaining about getting threats, no one said who were the names of these people, who were the platforms that were naming threats. I'm not saying it was, but
Hmm.
at least if you know the names of these accounts, then
Mm.
maybe you could put two and two together. There's one person in the SABC chat every single morning. That means they have no day job, and they're there. And no disrespect. I'm just saying,
No. Because yeah,
no,
I'm gonna
yeah.
comment.
Listen,
Go
I,
ahead.
I don't
Sorry.
work 365 myself, so it's fine, right? I'm just saying this is not their main account. Like the one that they do their livelihood with. But their most popular account that everybody should understand is Walter Ndlovu. That is the figurehead of these multiple accounts that keep popping up in SABC chats and random lives like yourself, or maybe a Noni live, or they might pop up in a Zebra Family comments or something like that, right? Walter Ndlovu is also Mrs. M,
Oh,
if you've ever seen that name in the SABC chat. This same account with multiple names is also M. Lafatsi.
okay.
th- the same person has another name, the Chosen One.
Ah,
The same person has another account, Benito Mussolini.
okay, okay.
The same person has another account, S. It's just an S.
Wow.
The very same person with another account is Isabel Lane.
Okay.
The
Yes.
same person with another account is Nkosinati Shongwe.
So they don't show up at the same time. Is that what you're saying?
They'll show up at least 3 at a time. The strategy is to have one account typing regular words and the other two copy and pasting something like the state is cruising, or team Beloy, or something like that, or something extremely disrespectful to the defense or something like that. They'll have it copy pasted, and
So
they'll to
it's
give the
to
perception that
give the
they can,
mindset.
huh?
How did you say it? Say it again, because you had said it better than I can rephrase it. You had said it's to brainwash
To
and
manipulate the chat,
manipulate
and
the chat. Okay,
right, and to sway people who aren't paying attention to believe that the state is doing a good job, the defense are lying, these people, and they say things that are lies in the chat. Um they have like at least three or 3 or 4 new ones. I when I see them again, I'll record them down. But there's Collins, and I do believe also all of these names are also Justin. So if you heard of all of these names, they're all one person, one account, doing the devil's work in the public comments of the SENZO MEYIWA trial since trial 1. And it doesn't matter
oh,
what
since
comes
that
out, it
one.
doesn't matter what is exposed. They're always, and the reason why I'm bringing this out is because the fact that there are people positioned to do this tells you how serious. This is why I say this is the most unusual trial in the world, because there's a lot happening in the foreground and there's a lot happening in the background. It's not just these documentaries and these
But someone
advert.
deletes comments in there, because sometimes I don't camp in there a lot. I'll go in like maybe lunch or break. Maybe at the beginning. Sometimes at the beginning I go and I'm like, oh, it's safe. It's safe. Should I type? And I'm like, no, don't type. Resist the urge to type. But yeah, yes, I do see the overly repetition. Mrs. M for sure. First of
Yeah.
all, I'll never see them on my channel. Okay, they're never coming here. I was
Well,
like,
they
no
certainly
way.
will, but they have see. All right, see, the reason how I know this is because it was confirmed under that platform that shall be
Na- Nameless.
remain nameless. It was confirmed that their IP addresses are all one and the same. That means your internet
Ooh,
location,
what?
which yeah. So I'm saying this is not like, yeah. So
This is and what's it called? Online intelligence. That's
no,
amazing.
I mean, it's literally just a troll doing something nefarious. It's basically a Ganinda online in the public space, pretty much, just cooking comments.
That
So
makes
I just
sense.
want people to just think about, even though it's lame and it's and you can laugh it, or you can just say, these people are useless and whatever, right? But to have the kind of energy to do that, I'm saying that there's a lot to lose behind the state losing this case, you see, and this is why people are disappearing, and this is why I said this must be like more people around the world should sink their teeth into this case, because Beloy would be exposed daylight as a manipulator, Geninda, extreme. I mean, they would force him to be arrested at the
Oof.
level of. I mean, the way people like you, or like around the world, are. There are body language experts. You understand that
Yeah.
honestly, that break.
I'm not a decorated expert, but body language for me is key, which is why I
Yeah.
would love to see the witness. I would love to see
And then
Kininda's body
why in the
language.
world can't we see the witnesses? This judge said everything from the first trial is washed away. So why are you upholding the ruling that we can't look at these witnesses? It makes no sense. You know, we want to see, I don't care what they look like. We can always find what they look like. It's
It's the
how
body language. Mhm.
yes, exactly.
And I love that you say
Yes.
that. We all know what Kininda looks like. We all know what Njia, we all know what they look like. If we wanted to see what Pinky looks like, we'd find it. But we're not invested in that. It's
Right.
really, for me, I want to see the body language. Body language for me is key. So for example, why do we get to see the body language of the judge, of the advocate? Why are they
Right.
the ones who have to sit and have their body language examined? For example,
I
even
want
the
to see
five
the body
accused.
language. I want to see the body language of the one, uh, my lord, my lord, my lord. Every I want to see her. I'm
Yeah,
telling you, like sweat dripping down the nose, probably.
yeah,
Anyway,
body language for me is key. So even in my everyday life, I'll just be staring at the body language and like, okay, 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 your body's saying one thing, but your words are saying a whole different thing. Body language is a key communication piece, and they took that away from us. And
yeah,
I would definitely be analyzing the body language. The voice is not enough for me to analyze on its own. For example, accused number 5's body language, whoo, screams. Accused number 4's body language. Accused number 3, his body language has changed since he has been removed from solitary confinement. There's a direct difference. You can tell the difference, his body language then and his body language now. It would be
mm,
interesting from Nisi to tell us if he's now making sense or not. So I really think they need to let us see the I mean, Zandile goes live anyway. They're already out in the public. They're already public figures. Imagine Johnny Depp saying no, they can't see, they can't be televised. So we know who you
mm,
are.
yeah,
So that's one thing I think should change. I endorse that for sure.
yeah.
Um, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, like these other platforms that look at these cases from around the world, like
Hmm.
you top you top echelon broadcasters, like when you make these videos, should at them, like should like honestly should call them out. Like
Oh,
and like there's so many of them that do like Dear Woke Christian, Cuff Boys, Pink Book Lessons, Nate the Lawyer, Hannibal is Hungry.
when you say that, when I do some of my research, because sometimes I go back to some of the things that I mentioned in the trial,
Mm,
um, there's also then some of the things like I needed to, what was I trying to find? Then I was like, wait, CNN covered this?
mm.
We haven't heard from them in a while.
Oh,
So you're right about that. That let me write that down. Let me
if it
steal
ever got to
Dan's idea.
CNN, this trial would be finished. It would be finished. It would have. It would be
I'm
no
gonna look
choice.
for the CNN African correspondent. I think it is correspondent. Because yeah, why are they not covering
Yeah.
this?
I think Law and
So
Crime should definitely sink. I mean, there should be a law
law
and
and
it should
crime, law.
somebody should rent a hotel room for the next 2 years in South Africa, and just keep a camera in their courtroom. I'm telling you, if it's a law and crime, it's gonna
Oh,
get around the world like
that would be
Temu,
crazy.
you know.
What? Law and crime is huge. Law and crime would be
And you
huge.
know something about law and crime? They don't care who uses their footage. You can use any the sound, the video, everything on your channel. They don't complain and
It's funny that you said that because I wanted to do a reaction video to Lasizwe and Julius Malema, and I was like, I'm not sure about Lasizwe. Lasizwe will take my whole channel down when I'm almost at 50K. No ways. I'm not playing that game. Law and crime. Do you know when I think that these other channels will pick up and come back when it's towards the end. That's what I think. I think that's when. So one of my goals while we're talking, one of my goals is to become a media outlet that is independent. So where we can engage in this manner. I want to engage more with the public. That's why I want to do things like, hey, let's talk about legal aid, stuff like that. Whereas it's not just about views and likes. It's really, for me, it's not just about views and likes, if I'm being honest. It's really about educational purposes. Another thing I want to do, I want to have a foundation where I send someone or 2 or 5 a year to law school. But all this starts from subscribing and liking so that we build the funds behind the scene and we can actually send people to law school. And then the illustrator idea, I'm going to announce it properly. There's just so much to do than just I'm going to do videos, because at the end of the day, it's what is my purpose? What can I do? And what is the impact? For me, impact is more important than not. And there's some people who come and you're saying manipulate the chat. There's some people who say, I don't watch the live proceedings, because let's think about it. That's 5 hours in a day. You have to go to work. Not everyone can watch the entire 5 hours. But if the main media houses are just taking a 3-minute segment, 3 minutes out of 5 hours, and saying, this is the breaking news of today that happened inside the SENZO MEYIWA trial. It is
the most
unfair.
Underwhelming part of the day they take.
Yes. So that's why for me, I strategically started out with, this is what I want to do. Okay, no, that's not what happened. I think that's really when a light bulb went for me, and I was like, okay, I'm good. Why does SABC themselves not break down their own content? They can easily have an intern do what I do. Very, very easily. And they can also have an intern break it down to the isiZulu only, because there's some people who only watch the isiZulu portion. Clantis was saying this the other day, that he listens to radio in isiZulu even up to this day. So I think for the state to neglect that, and I'm like, okay, fine, I'll do it myself. And on some days it's a lot. On some days it takes up a lot of time. There's a lot of content. And as well, I can't do it all on my own. So I can only do so much. But there's still so much more to do. So much more to do. So I also had a vision, and this I'll probably do some of it now during the downtime, is that I would build out my blog on my website, and I would write the proceedings of the day. But that's a lot of work too. I need somebody to help me do that as well. And then someone is like, start a Facebook. I was like, Facebook? Guys, this is a lot of apps. And then I was like, okay, fine, I'll start a Facebook. So I finally did the Facebook portion of it. So I love that you bring the fact that where is the international media? Where's the international coverage of this show? One of the reasons why I got accredited, okay, I am whitelisted for Miss Universe 2024. So whatever they post throughout the whole year, I am whitelisted for it. I can post it. That's not my main content, but the reason I jumped on that opportunity is because there's always very limited to no coverage for Black countries. And that's what I wanted to do. Of course, Mia is not Black, but it is what it is. Okay, she's the South African representative. And I have an eye for opportunities. And I was like, well, if that's my ticket in, that's my ticket in. But in the background, I'm going to be covering what my true passion is, which is African people in the fashion industry. So that's another thing that, and I got in, and I got the accreditation. So that's some of the stuff that I would love to do. So for example, Miss Universe we were invited. Where's that stupid message? So Miss Universe was invited. Let me check my WhatsApp. Miss Universe was invited. Where is it? There we go. Okay, so they send us all these things. We're in a WhatsApp group, and this is it. There should be a WhatsApp group that is also updating on the SENZO MEYIWA trial. Like when they create that channel, I want to create a channel. So I was like, okay, fine. That's the reason I decided to do Facebook. I was like, Meta owns all these WhatsApp things, so I might as well create the page so that I can get that channel thing at the bottom on the statuses. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? So I was like, okay, so we got to start somewhere. So that's really where I'm going with all this. And also because the Senzo Meyiwa family or the Meyiwa family are not from money. That's not a secret. They're not from money and they're being neglected. And then it takes me back to reflect how many other families are not from money and justice is just not being delivered because of their bank balance. Another thing that came up, I think it was in Nani's live, where someone in the chat said they would volunteer. Like they're an expert in telecommunications and they would offer their services pro bono to the defense team because the defense team, some of the things they cannot fund those witness or experts because legal aid curbs them. And we all know who funds legal aid. So these are some of the things where we live in a time, it's 2024, we're going on 2025. We live in a space where we have access. I mean, I've created a whole community just from my phone and nobody knows what I look like. It's incredible, but here we are. We're gathered, 122 of us. Over 1,000 people have joined this live so far, and that's huge. And those are numbers that the SAPC and the ENCAs, all those that they can all pull, but they stay away from this. Why? That's what's concerning for me. So the Miss Universe, we were invited. It was for November to follow Miss Universe to the Empire State Building. See, if I had the funds, I'd be like, wait, I've got one of my members over there, my channel members, they can go and support me and represent me over there. So that's why I want to build this more into just a channel, but make it more into a media kind of house and have representatives throughout. I mean, we saw how many people checked in globally today. This is huge, and I can't be everywhere. So when they sent that invitation to cover the Empire State Building where Miss Universe was gonna, what was she gonna be doing? I think she was raising a flag or something. And I was like, you know what? If it was, even if it was Miss Nigeria, okay. But for me, I always want to elevate women. That's why you see me also covering Mshololo. I mean, she's the only one female in that courtroom, and she suffers for that. We see the prejudice, 100%. What are your thoughts on that?
Wow. No, all right. My personal opinion is that she does suffer. It's clear that the judge has a deliberate disdain for Advocate Mshololo. I don't believe she warrants it all the time at all, but it's clear. It's like he does to her what the judge does to Advocate Nxumalo sometimes when they make an argument or an objection. As soon as they begin speaking, or as soon as he asks them a question, Advocate Mshololo or Advocate Nxumalo, he immediately interrupts and starts. Like, how do you ask a question and just start talking right after you ask them a question? Okay, then so what should we do? Oh, but how did you say, and then you just start. He only does that to them, to particularly Advocate Mshololo, right? But and I think it was beautiful how she asserts herself, but I think she let it be physically clear that the judges have kind of affected her, because she's still her same self, but he takes it, or rather he makes it as a joke every time he mentions her volume, because he's kind of right, but he uses it as a weapon. So even when she's just slightly loud, which others have been louder, he says Like he'll just come, like, never mind the merits of what she just said. Why are you shouting? Okay, but don't shout. You'll never get it by shouting. Like that's a slap in the back of the neck.
Mm-hmm.
You know, to anybody who
And he
like
wouldn't dare do that to Umnesi. He wouldn't dare.
never, never.
He would not dare.
But the reason why I said my personal opinion, real quick on this, I've said this, I've mentioned this before on other platforms. I think the judge has it out for Advocate Mshololo because my
Mm-hmm.
personal opinion, really quick again, is because in the first trial we seen a different. In the first trial with Judge Mamela, we seen a very different Advocate Mshololo. Just to be fair, she didn't gel very well with Advocate Tefo. You
Mm-hmm.
know, they didn't clash openly, but sometimes they bumped heads on certain matters. And then when he was subject of ridicule, and she would be there laughing with the rest of them, and you would hear my client, my client, my client, and not so much as the accused, as you're hearing in this trial. You're hearing a lot of the accused, and but it was always my client, and it looked. Listen, there was a point in the first trial, I don't know if he was watching, when a lot of people thought that number 5 was going to get off, that he was going to be the only one to get off. I'm telling you, there was maybe not for very long, because there was a thing where they thought that something was going on with, you know, possibly, allegedly,
Mm-hmm.
because of the way, I mean, it was just, and then the time when he wanted to see the judge, she was one of those that wouldn't allow him to see, even though she knew what it was about. Listen, I think what the thing is about, what it's between Judge Rata and Advocate Mshololo now, is because there's a new trial. She's playing on the right side now, and it's obvious this judge is brown paper bagged or something. Like he he just agrees with Beloy and the witness while his eyes are closed. It doesn't even matter, right? So I think he's aware of this kind of attitude behavior shift, and he's just salty now because
Mm-hmm.
listen, there's no way you can say you were proud of what was happening in that first trial. I don't care if you was one of those that said, "Oh, Tefo, sit down and you're drunk," and all this other nonsense, right?
Mm-hmm.
There was no, there was, how do I say, um, team unity was very rare in that first trial. Like you wouldn't see it until close to the end before he got arrested. That's when they kind of started to get along, and but it wasn't really there when Tefo was there, and there wasn't a reason for it. But
I
and that's
I've
my. I'm not saying it's
avoided.
true. I don't want people to. Some people might
No,
not
no,
like
no.
me for that. But yeah,
You know what? I've avoided talking or giving my analysis with regards to Advocate Tefo because of the fact of where he is right now. Like, what's the point? What would the point be? But there's some things there that happened that I think he contributed to his downfall. And I might get canceled for that. I think
I
he
don't think.
contributed to his
No, I don't think
downfall.
so.
And it's sad. Shololo didn't want to be painted with the same brush.
I think he's no. I think he's the victim of a lot of circumstances. That
Like
for
if we
opening
were
his
to sit
mouth.
down and really break down what happened there,
No,
it's I've gone back and I've watched those videos and I'm like, man,
I think
man.
when she saw the lineup of the first 1 through 4 new attorneys, she
Mhm.
played straight really fast because Anisi don't play around, and and she wasn't. They probably know each other, these people, right? I don't know,
Yeah, they've been in other cases together, I'm sure. Hmm.
yeah, but listen, if it was me, I wouldn't play around either. So she did the right thing, and ultimately, so I'm one of those who just don't, who just doesn't forget. But I do appreciate her style. And she does take unfair heat from the judge a lot. But I don't think we need to forget about Tefo. I think Tefo, uh, people need to stop playing with his name so much. He's suffering. His children are suffering,
Yeah.
and we easily forget about Tefo and he's in this because of what he tried to do for the family. And there's,
I don't think he
and
was
I'm
coming from a bad space. I don't think he deserves what happened to him.
He's
I
a
don't.
human being. He's a
Yeah.
man. He got the limelight like anybody else would, and he
Yeah.
was feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah. So listen,
He loved it. He loved
but
it.
he was still doing a good thing, and I don't think he should be. Listen, we all have been in. We've all made mistakes. I don't think he's done a lot of the things they've accused him of. Obviously, these people cook cases.
Hmm.
He was a cop. He was a labor attorney or something like that. Like he overturned a lot of cop judgments for
So he has a lot of enemies. Mm.
in the police force. Like some people who weren't paid, he got them paid, and people who couldn't return to work, he got them returning to work. So they have resentment. Like he's like that kind of IG, that kind of internal investigation kind of person that they didn't like too much once he became an advocate from a cop. You see,
So
but
that's why they took his. So now he's not registered. He's not. What's the
they
word?
keep saying that, but I heard that was dealt with. I heard it was overturned. I don't know if that's true. I don't know if it's
Yay!
still true. I don't know if it's
I'm
still
happy
true.
to hear
Maybe,
that.
yeah. But again, double check that. Don't take it from me. Um, there's something coming out now that Longway wants to confess, right? And that's a beautiful thing. I don't care what he's from. I
Hmm.
think it's a beautiful. But if he's gonna confess, he needs to tell it all. There's a guy out there who's doing a lot of groundwork in the background. I love it. However, I think he's allowing himself to be used and manipulated. The story in the background is that Longway wants to confess,
Hmm.
and but the thing um, is not like a confession like from Kelly. It's not like it would be the same as if a confession with Kelly would be, because a confession from Kelly would be, listen, Longway pulled the trigger. We we lied on the statement, and I'm sorry, I'm stuttering. We
Oh,
lied
that's
on the
okay.
statement, and the cops cooked everything. There's an understanding that this nice
Wait. Let me
advocate.
pause. Let me pause you right there. Let me pause
I'm
you right there.
sorry.
So we lied on the stand. Okay. No, we lied in our statements. So the six occupants in the house lied on their statements. This is all hypothetical, allegedly. Okay, over there,
Right.
Walter, please put your horses down. So they lied on the stand. So inside that house, at the Spaza house, the six of them allegedly lied, and they all sat down and wrote these fake statements, or whoever cooked the story. That's just the six of them. It would have been
Well, nobody
contained.
testified yet, so I remember Kelly and Longway never got sworn in. So remember that. I'm just trying to make a point that a confession from both of them would not be the same, because this advocate on the side, Advocate Tulo Hoyani, is being told that Kelly pulled the trigger and that Longway wants to confess that. That's what he's alleging. I believe he's true in doing his work. People saying he's chasing clout and all that. I think what he's doing is real, but I think if what he's saying is real, he's being lied to on one side. The thing that he has right is something that I said like 2 weeks ago. If Kelly wants to confess, she would have
Mhm.
to tell it all, because if she goes in there to say it was a robbery gone wrong, or it was a real robbery or whatever, they're still going to say, look, it
Kelly
was a
will
hit.
never confess. Kelly will never confess. I don't know why.
Well, if she's
Kelly would
subpoenaed,
never confess
well, if
because,
she's subpoenaed, she has to come. And if you
yes, she
show up
will
to
come.
say, right, and what it,
She will come.
and okay, so let me ask you this: if you're in the courtroom, or if you're Kelly now,
Hmm.
remember the
I'm
state
Kelly. So
made their
remember,
case.
I am Kelly and I have three children and my mother and my sister. And if I change the story, all three of them were all going to jail. Plus, plus, plus. And then all these were going where? Captains, sergeant major, not sergeant major, warrant officers, lieutenant colonels. All this is a lot of police that will fall down. Just in the police, just in the South African police services alone.
No, but I'm saying, what do you think she would say if she went?
She'll stick to the story. The
What
reason
story?
why,
No, that's no. I'm telling you, there's no way in hell she would do that. There's no way. Listen, the story is that she's the mastermind. I don't know if you realized it, but the
oh,
state long abandoned a robbery gone wrong a year ago. They abandoned that a year ago. This
mhm,
should already be a mistrial. They entered a docket saying robbery gone
gone
wrong,
wrong.
intruders. Now
Uh-huh.
it's a hit. they already should. This should already be. It should be over. It's a mistrial. You can't, or because look, um, the benefit of, what do you call that? The benefit of doubt thing that the state's supposed to have. I mean,
Mhm.
the
Proof beyond reasonable doubt.
I'm sorry. I'm beyond reasonable doubt. It's gone. They the day below he said, and he said it loud and clear. It's either one or the other. You lost, sir. You just gave up. So anyway, if you're Kelly, why on earth would you say, yes, it was a robbery, and they didn't take anything actually, but they shot Senzo. Bitch, they're gonna say you sent these people, no matter what. Excuse my French. And I'm sorry,
She,
and Kelly's not a bitch. She's not. I'm saying if you go,
yes, yes, that's correct.
if they summon you, if they subpoena you, there's nothing you can say. Geninda is against you. Baloi is against you. You have to be, by circumstance, team defense. You have to be team defense because they're fighting for you. They're literally saying there is no communication
And I
between
hate
Kelly
that
and
they're fighting for her. I hate that she
no, but
benefits.
no, because it's the truth.
No, I understand. It will free the five accused, but I hate that, you know what? She can easily payroll half the things that need to be done, the experts, but she's not paying. She's not a paying member here, but she's benefiting, if you get what I mean. That's what I
Right.
hate. But yes, they have to defend
It,
her in absentia so that the five accused get off. So that's why,
yeah.
for example, Mshololo put her version right away. Like they normally put the version at the end. And Mshololo said, I'm coming through with the version right here, right now. We're doing the versions, Gininda. And that also throws Gininda off because he's like, what are we doing? Things are working differently with Mshololo, and I like it. And I don't even know when Gomezulu's going to go with this because I think the four, yeah, Ramasipili, Nxumalo, Nisi, and Mshololo right now have really, really decimated the state's case. Like they have
Yo,
decimated it.
Nxumalo, oh my God. Oh, and listen, I want to apologize for the third time because people do get, this is not, listen, I'm just a dumb American. We talk so much shit, but we're very sensitive as well. But you would never know because we just talk so much that I hope I'm sorry for calling. Kelly's not a bitch. I don't know Kelly personally. Even, there's people out there in the world that we don't know who are worse than Kelly. So let me just say
Mm.
that. But yeah.
No, no, that's fine. I understood. I understood what you're saying. I didn't think you
Yeah.
meant from the sense of the sexual sense. So no,
Yeah.
I understood that. So apology accepted. But I wanna dissect further the Kelly Kumalo thought process. I don't think the confession will happen. I know I've
No,
watched the videos because guys send them to me. I've watched the video where he says Longwe has written that one. I'm okay with that one. I can't break it down. I can't dissect it. Yes, Longwe has written the statement, but in my mind, okay, in my layman's mind, I was like, but he's not an admitted attorney. They took away his attorney privileges. So can he be a commissioner of oaths? They're going to fight that. And then it will be, and they've already put it on the record. I don't know if you guys noticed, they put it on the record that, what's his name? That Longwe Twala made many statements.
mm,
They put that on purpose on the record that, and they told us we didn't need to know that Longwe Twala has got 5 to 6 different statements, but they purposely put that on the record. And at the time that Baloyi and Gininda said it, it was when before they had found Longwe
but
Twala.
see, that is still worse. Um, all right, it's bad to make a statement to the police because it's I don't know if it's an affidavit per se, but it's definitely a statement and it can be used for evidence. But there's nothing worse than lying under oath than taking the stand and being sworn in. Kelly hadn't done that yet. Longway hadn't done that yet. So right now, who's under fire? It's Tumalo, Mr. Crybaby pointing people out, Zandi pointing people out, Ganinda, uh, Stain, pack up your shit. You're coming right back here,
That's right.
out of your fake retirement. Your
Retirement,
your
sick
what do you
leave.
call that? Right. No. Your resignation, retirement. You know what I
Hmm.
mean?
No,
Everyone who
I
sat there
think
and lied.
I
Yeah,
think
good.
Stain played along, and then he was like, I can't continue. I
No,
can't
played along.
continue further
He
with this.
who manufactured the internet data
Manufactured
that that
allegedly.
came up as call data and then now turns in. See, this is what I hate about the defense. This is why I wish I was standing right there sometimes. When this guy says, no, 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 I did not say a communication. I said a link. I said a link. I'm like, okay, what is a link? What do you mean by link? I like how Nxumalo says, okay, show us the link. But then he let him play words and say, oh,
Word.
look, his name is there. His name is there. It's on the statement. All right,
And
stop
then he
playing
runs
with these
away
words.
with, I'm not an expert. I can't, that you'd have to call him back.
No, I would say, sir, focus. What is a link? What do you mean by link? What is the link you're talking? If it's not a communication, what is the link? It's on the paper. We see it, but we want to verify this. You said it's a link. This is just words on paper. Where's the, you know, sometimes they just don't dig hard enough for me, but
I
they do
agree.
their best. Nxumalo did an excellent job, by the way, and
We didn't even get to even touch on Nxumalo, so I'd have to do a whole separate video for him because we gotta give him his flowers. We have to give him his flowers.
Silent
I will
Storm.
stand up and admit I didn't expect much from him.
Oh, you kidding me? Listen, I knew he was gonna do something like that. He's not he's not a punk
I
and he's not
didn't
a
think.
pushover like people think. He's not.
Well, he seeks approval of the judge, and I think it's his I don't want to say naive. I think that's just who he is. That's in his personality. That is the judge okay with this? But then on the last day, which was yesterday, he said, "You know what? I'm going to leave it all on the record. I'm fighting back. I'm fighting tooth and nail." So I loved that character came out. His charismatic came out, and I think he will make an absolutely great advocate if he just builds up more on his
He's
confidence.
already a he's already a great. Listen,
He is.
all those advocates right there are going to get a lot of work after this trial. And right now Mgomo Zulu is MIA only because listen, he was sick. He's fine now. He had the flu
Listen,
and the fever.
listen.
He's fine now. And remember, he's not being paid by legal aid anymore. He's privately funded. So I think this is again I always come with these theories. My personal theory is I think he's doing the family of accused number one a favor. He's saving
Yes,
them a little bit of money and he's staying
I'm with
home.
you
He's
on that
catching
one.
yeah, because
Because
yeah,
yeah,
he's
every
privately
day that
funded.
he's in court is a billable day when he doesn't need
Yeah.
to be there. We see it with Mshololo, okay? We see it. We're going to break down people's pockets, and I don't like to do that. But Mshololo comes to court, and there's some days where she doesn't, but she has, what's his name? Nyegi. He can come and sit in court. But Lord forbid we expect him to do an objection. Lord
I like
forbid.
that guy. I don't know why I like that guy so much,
Lord
man.
forbid. Oh, if he
Yo,
ever had to, like, if
he's cool.
Nxumalo had stopped his cross examination, I think on Wednesday, all of a
I
sudden,
don't
and then he was up next, woo!
I
Shololo would
don't
have
blame
had to.
him. I don't listen. I think if he was vested in the trial from a little earlier, he came in and the train was already going. And listen, I'm not mad at him. He's not
I'm
expected
not mad at
even
him,
to
but
lay down so much.
if he ever had to, what's gonna happen? Like, it's not like Shololo says, yeah, so let's start again because I wasn't here on Friday and Miegi had to stand up for me. No, I don't. There's a time, I don't know if you guys, there's a clip that I always put where he says, let me see if I have it here. There's a clip I always put where he says, no, that's not what happened. And then the
Right.
judge has to say it for him and say, Balo is lying. And then he goes, yes, that's
I,
that's in
I remember
essence
that
what I'm
one.
saying. So I don't even see him cross-examining Kinin. There's no way. So Mshololo, of course, goes and does whatever else she does. Like, either they're doing consultations on this side, and you know what? Ngomezulu, I would do the same too. Yes, Ngomezulu was sick. Yes, granted. But guess what? Him not being in court all day, I would definitely take other cases. Except the only thing where that theory doesn't work 100% for me. Do you think if Baloi found out, he wouldn't run to that court and let the judge know that this is what Ngomezulu is doing out there?
No, it's none of his
Under the
business.
guise of under the guise of he's sick. Remember what Baloi said? Baloi said if he gets better, he has to come back to court. And Gomez was like, yeah, sure. But look at it. Look at it now. We're now in Mshololo. He still hasn't come and sat a day in court. And I think, yes, that's definitely a favor to the family. And we appreciate you, Gomez. Shout out because, yeah,
Yes, sir.
how much can the Sevilla families honestly pay? That's a lot of money, guys. Like a day in court is a lot. It's a lot of money.
But don't
And
worry though,
shame.
with what huh? I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. I was going to say shame on legal aid for not paying Gomez for work done. The work was done.
I was surprised about that. Yeah.
There should have been an appeal process. There should have been, but it is what it is.
Yeah, but it's fine because what we just saw from the last two advocates, Nxumalo and Mnisi, what they just did to Brigadier Ganinda, and then he still has to sit through the next two powerhouses. And then after that, the defense gets to lead their case. It's over because the state just reaffirmed that he is indeed their last witness. So this is when it gets really, really good. This is when the world needs just, I mean, it sucks because it's nice when people know what's happening from the beginning, but this is when we're in for a real treat now. This is the real fight. And we know what's going to happen anyway. The judge is going to rule how he's going to rule, but
the judge is going to rule how he's going to rule. That's just the thing. So that's why we still need to document it, because if we go by,
send the link in the chat, by the way. I think some people want to join in.
Yes, guys, I've put the link and I've pinned it at the top. You should see Mzansi Unfiltered.
It's a StreamYard link, guys.
Yeah. Join in, camera on, camera off. I'm having a great time here with the conversation. So, Gary, if you're still here, I see you sent that an hour ago. If you're still here, everybody is welcome. Come right on in. But yeah, so that's that. Down the toilet, indeed, we are shocked. Over here, it's like court has no judge. That's the other thing. So when the judge walks out of there and the other judges see him and they're like, "What's up, bro? That's amazing. Great job."
I don't think they talk.
Hey, you're my brother. My brother, you're doing amazing over there. Like,
they don't talk to this guy.
I want to know, like, is there like not a legal aid? Like, what's it called? Women in Law Association. What do they think about what he's doing to Mshololo? Like, there's gotta be. She's always just taken out. It's like he cracks a whip. Just the sight of her, you can tell he's not into
this
it.
Is a judge that says we started fashion in. This is a judge that says we started fashion in Joburg. You think anyone's gonna give him any respect? Any other judge? He should be retired.
You definitely started fashion in Joburg. Welcome back, Mas. Coming in. Come on now.
Same happening.
Welcome. Come right on in. Can you hear us? Blink twice if you can hear us.
Yes,
Hi, welcome. Good evening. Go ahead, introduce yourself, and let's get chatting. Is it late at night and you don't want to talk loud? That's okay. So once you're ready, you can always unmute. So you took me so many conversations. BUX is in the building. Come on up. You can go ahead and give us a quick intro. Hello, welcome. This is definitely your first time joining us. Hello, mic check 1, 2, 3. I can hear your background. Can you hear us?
That's probably me. Me mute.
No, it's not you, because there's a dog barking. In 3, 2, 1, I'm taking you backstage. Is it an intruder? Okay, you're backstage. And then when you're ready, you can type me a message, send me a message over there in the private chat, and I'll bring you back up. Yeah, so guys, if you want to come up, everybody is welcome to come up. Okay, we're welcome. This is an open conversation, open table. Okay, bye. BUX has left the chat. You know, it could have been Walter. Could have been Walter.
Right.
But yeah, everybody's welcome to join the chat. Yeah, where else were we? I know there's 675 comments. Okay. If I haven't read your comment, you're just gonna have to forgive me. I loved where the conversation was going. I love it. I love it when the conversation is flowing. Listen, that courtroom is thought provoking. Okay, even if you don't have thoughts, your thoughts are going to be provoked in that moment. Stu says legal aid must please come these days. We get arrested for looking like we committed a crime. Just looking like them, boom, you're in the courtroom as an accused. And then we have Umjiago who's just gonna be like, surprise. I'm your representative all the way from Cape Town. Nobody called me, but don't worry about it. Okay, you are all the way here. Same happened in the O.J. Simpson case. Good morning. Good morning. Yes, good morning. Ooh, we're doing really well. A lot of people are joining, and people join because you guys are liking the chat. So let me take a moment to say, everybody who hit that like button, I absolutely love you. Okay, to the moon and back. That is the support that we need over here. We are now 2 hours and 21 minutes and 14 seconds. You see, I'm now reading time like the interpreter. We're now 2 hours and 21 seconds. 2 hours 20. Okay, we are 2 hours 21 minutes and 21 seconds into this live stream. That really was impromptu, but you guys are here showing up and showing off. And I love it. I am indebted to the court. Sipo is responding to a question I asked about an hour and a half ago. I also think so. Okay. I think it's Mamfundisi that Mshololo is going to bring up. And I wonder what Geninda's going to say. I wonder what Geninda is going to say. Outback Queen, you don't know who Mahola is? Let me give you a quick rundown. I wasn't there. You have to ask Geninda. Geninda said we don't do any debriefings in that cold case unit of his, okay, with the gangs. We just do what he tells us. And you have to ask Geninda. Every question she was asked, that's what she said. Allegedly, supposedly, maybe, I've got comments like this in the comment section that they say, why is she in court? I don't know what she looks like. So I've never seen her. But I've seen it many times, enough to believe, logic. As we all know, Geninda says we've got to use our logic, okay? My logic and my math reasoning says if there's 400 comments that say she's in court today, why is she there? Then my logic says she's there. Pezega, hi sis. I hope I'm not late. No, you're not. You were very late then, though. You were 1 hour in, but look at that. You get an extra hour out of us. Gift says, I thought Mshololo was mentioning that policewoman. Okay, you see, everybody thinks so. Okay. And then Mshololo has her smirk. I think that over the weekend, this is what I would, if I had an opportunity to advise Mshololo or coach Mshololo, is I would have her work on her emotional reactions, because it's going to cost her. And it looks like she's going to have a lot of valid points, which the judge is going to negate or nullify because of his abruptness anytime she says something, especially when she says something that has a point. Like today, he wanted to go after her English. And I loved what she said. Well, we can take it up in argument. I loved that response of hers. But I think that's one thing I think that she needs to work on, because we need her to put those points on the record. But we don't want her shut down by the judge. As Dan said, all this is happening while the witness is right there listening to all this. Dan?
I'm sorry, come again. I was reading the comments. I just heard you mention me. What'd you say?
No, I said, like you said that, I said that you had said that I've now lost my chain of thought. I had said that you had mentioned that I've lost my chain of thought. But that's okay. Let's keep reading the comments and we'll get back. Gary,
Uh,
we're still
I'm
here, I
sorry. My
hope.
apologies.
That's all right. You don't have to apologize. We have so many chains of thought. That's another reason why I don't like going live. Because my brain fires, okay, in all directions. I have a scatterbrain. Gary says, I find it strange that it would appear that in South Africa permission can't be or seems to not be allowed to be sought to be firm with a witness. Especially when a witness is dodgy. I agree with that comment. Stembiso says about the so-called witness coming to court. Others are insinuating that Mshololo was talking about Kelly Khumalo, who was apparently seen outside the court wanting to come inside, but she was prohibited. Whoa, wait a minute, wait
Whoa.
a minute. You're coming here
Um,
with Ndama. I didn't hear this one. What? Did you hear about it?
for Gary, I'm sorry. Real quick on
Stembiso.
Gary.
Mm-hmm,
Um, my apology. I'm so sorry because you passed it already.
mm-hmm.
There is a rule, by the way, that the defense can stand to request or make a motion to rule the witness as a hostile witness. What that does is it forces the witness to basically to comply to um questions that are led specifically yes or no. So what they're asking for all the time, they should literally just say, you know, can we please ask that you deem this witness as a hostile witness or something like that. I'm so sorry for cutting you off.
No, that's fine. Insofar in as I don't think so, there are many options that the defense can take. For some reason, they're stalling. I think they have an end game and they want to get to their end game. That's what I think. So they could have done that with Gininda, but Gininda is, he's Gininda, he's the lead investigator. It was just going to cause too much of a havoc. Baloyi was going to lose his mind. The judge was going to, like, what are you doing? It was just going to cause more of a revolution than be a positive outcome for the defense. And as you know, it's very, very few and far between where the defense gets a positive outcome. So that's why I think they're like, whatever. And Mshololo is like, you know what? I'm not going to live through this, okay? I'm not going to live through a witness telling me, I've already dealt with this. I told you already. I mean, I hate that he got away with saying that and no one addressed it. So I love that Mshololo took it off right off the bat and said, stop it.
Mm.
But let's talk about what Tembiso has put on the table. When did this happen? Kelly Khumalo tried to get into the court. Kelly Khumalo did have her watching brief in the courtroom at the
Really?
very beginning. She did.
Oh,
She was
oh yeah, in
always
the
there,
beginning, yeah.
nice and cute, always going in there until finally the judge was like, no, pack it up. Pack it up. You got to go. You got to go. We can't have you here, okay? We got to have you go. So yeah, that if she tried to go into the court recently, that's just crazy to me, Kelly. What were you doing? Why? Because it's getting hot, huh? Your name is being mentioned and called up everywhere, and now she's starting to respond a lot too. So this takes me back to the theory that she's going to confess. I don't think she will. Not the Kelly that she's portraying herself to be out on these streets. I don't see what she would benefit. Her confessing is her going behind bars. I highly doubt it. Here's another comment. It says, I think it's Zandi Kumar. Wait, this is
No, I don't
crazy.
think she's gonna be going behind bars. And if she does, I don't think for very long. I mean, she's not the listen, she didn't pull the trigger. She didn't wipe up the blood. You know, listen, she drove. Listen, She didn't do, like I said, stop forgetting that she didn't testify yet. She's not doing any more jail time than a Ganinda. Then even her sister is going to do way more time if she was to do jail time, Kelly. She's not going to do any jail time. She's going to get beat up by the media and by the public verbally, but that's just about it. You know,
I
there's
move
nothing.
that if she does get any form of jail time, I move that whatever money she made in the last 10 years, okay, um, her assets be sold and that be paid out to the Meyiwa family as well as the five accused because they've lost their lives over the last, not their lives, their income. They've lost income. Well, not the
Oh,
three that are already incarcerated, but you know what I mean? I think that
yeah.
there has to be a penalty. If she does come up with this alleged
Oh,
confession,
you're right. You're right. There is that. You just made it make sense to me. You know something? She'll be fine in the criminal trial. If she confesses, yes, I lied on these statements. I lied 10 years ago.
yeah.
Listen, so what? You do the right thing, right? But guess what though? The Meiwa family can open a civil suit and say
Ooh,
she lied and she is finished. Everything is gone, 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 gone. Everything gone. Civil suit, we
ooh,
have you in court record that you look. It's over. Criminal
ooh,
case, no jail time. She's fine. Civil suit is
ooh. I
not here
love
yet.
that.
But just think about it though. She but there's nothing that she there's nothing else that she can say. If she says, "Okay, fine, I'm sorry. It was a robbery gone wrong. I always told the truth. I never lied. I don't know what they're saying about mastermind. It's just his word against mine." Fine, you go ahead and see how far that goes. See which one the judge decides to pick because he's on Ganinda's side. He's not on Kelly's side. So there's nothing you can do. Just go huddle up with team defense over there.
Sorry, I wanted to check the likes. I can
No, it's
only do
fine.
it by going into the live. So,
I can't
yes,
even
go
see.
ahead. So,
Yeah,
I don't,
she's not going to jail.
I know that's the story on the streets that she wants to confess. I don't see it making sense. It doesn't make sense to me, especially if they're talking about Kerry Kumar. I don't see it. Longway has got nothing to lose. Longway's daddy's boy. He's, you know what, this is the new angle we're taking in life. If this is what's gonna get me out of jail, I'm in jail again. I didn't show up for my bail here. Like Longway's story is boring, if I'm being honest. It is so boring, and they can easily put him away. And they also could have easily had him and built the story around him being the mastermind.
Nah,
Longway
his
was
father is
easy.
the mastermind. Chico's the mastermind.
But why build the story around Kelly Kumalo is the mastermind? That's where I feel it's got to do with control.
Well, remember this whole case, this six. The reason why this made it to a trial is because the subsequent docket 375 is because this what's his name? What's the officer who started 375?
Ma Makoba, Makoba, Warrant Officer Makoba and
Makubo.
Butelez.
Yeah, I think
The
he
gang, the
said,
real
listen,
gang members, the
I
rogue
think he said,
team.
listen,
I love
I
them
had
so much.
enough of this.
I
I
love
think he
them so
said,
much.
yeah, no, yeah, because they're not going for the cooking, you know. I didn't sit through all of their testimony, so I can't remember everything. I did see some highlights from when Makubo testified, and it seemed like he was only allowed to say what they wanted to let him get out. Um, but I think that 375 came because he had enough of hearing so much BS. You said a woman cleaned what? You said they're saying a gun is a what now? No, 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 no. He wrote a whole new docket and said, look, these people are trying to do, these officers are trying to cook this trial, and these people, these witnesses in the house are saying something that's untrue. So I'm making the docket that's putting everything in order chronologically, and this is the real docket because the one it's coming from is contaminated basically. So the 375 is 636, but it's from a real investigation. You know what I mean, including what they just tried to do in docket 636. That's why Ganinda said it's a defeating docket, but he's only being 2% clear. It is a defeating docket, but it's defeating because your ass is trying to defeat the dang docket. You know, so that's why it's a defeating docket, you know, and you stole it, and then it had to be resubmitted, and you probably stole that one and then stole the next one. Just keep stealing dockets, you know,
It has
because it was
always
made.
been there.
Yeah. No.
Gininda is really team. Gininda is fighting for his life in there. That's why he was not comfortable um, talking about his own qualifications. Sir, why are you struggling to talk about your job? What is the problem? What is the real problem? And what are you
Mm.
afraid that we might know about that might come out on the record? Because how are you going to untalk it? How are you going to say no? I don't want to talk about that one. But I predict Gininda's definitely going to throw his toys out the cart. He's going to have a tantrum. And the problem here is both Mshololo and Gininda have strong personalities. So it's going to be a tough one. If you thought it was tough with Umnisi, wait for Mshololo. Mshololo is going to take him down. And
Mm.
next week is going to be really interesting. But what I found interesting was when Baloyi said we have to finish Gininda next week. Why did Baloyi put a timeline on cross-examination?
I can't say.
I thought that was quite strange. Like, how do you know Mshololo is going to complete in a week? Nxumalo took 3 or 4 days. We won't even talk about how many days Umnisi took. I don't know. I'm curious. And Mshololo is representing accused number 5, the driver.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah. He's probably trying to um have it so Advocate Mshololo could ventilate her full cross examination, but then make the judge put a time limit on him going Zulu when he comes back. Say, listen, Ganinda only has we only have less than a week left, so you're gonna have to, you know.
Oh my
So he's
goodness.
probably trying to make him do that.
I forgot that Ngomezulu also has to come. Here I was thinking,
Yeah,
when will Baloyi do his re-exam? I thought Baloyi is trying to get to his re-exam, but then
he's
there's
hoping for the
Ngomezulu.
recess.
Ooh. And this is a long recess. This is not a short one. This one, they're going to go. It's going to really, really go. Oh my goodness. This is a developing story. I need to put my mind on it, okay, and see what my inferences will say and what substantially will come back with, and then we can dealt with it then. The man has a new word every day. Have you, like, sir, is there any other words you want to add to the dictionary? This is crazy to me. Um, Tito says she was trying to tell Gininda that he didn't have to be in the court to give a response. I love that. Dazi says the judge is too involved, in my opinion. He always jumps in defense of the state witnesses when they are cornered. Oh, he surely does. And then he wants
Hmm.
to tell us about another trial that has taken 40 years. What do we care? But the judge will keep quiet when Mapopola is rude to the defense. She was beyond rude. She was in contempt of court. But Sandy Kumalo, I wonder, guys. I wonder who it is. Okay. Tembiso says, my thoughts are she was referring to Geninda because she wants to talk about him following the previous proceedings to get to know what his team was saying. But at the end of the day, everybody can follow the court live, whether they're in court or not. That's the reality. I mean, shout out to Ngomezulu. He's doing that on the record. So every single witness can literally watch. So I don't know. That would be interesting. I was in disbelief yesterday when the judge insinuated that the lady advocate is not fluent in English. And that's okay because English is not our English, okay? It belongs there in the George Kingdom. So who cares? Who really cares? And I think it's unfair. I want to check to see should they be speaking in English. Ooh. Utini Manimkuza. I am also a creator of the cold case unit. Mgulugutus. We do retired judges undergo cognitive function testing. Vusutando. Okay. I like your comment. I endorse the comment. Do retired judges undergo cognitive function testing before taking on cases? I mean, hello. I once did a video on this. Like, did they take him back to, okay, it's 2024. You've been away for a while. Let's do some guidance, career guidance things. Let's go here. This is how you talk to women now. Okay, it's 2024. We don't. Okay, we don't undermine them anymore. You don't point at people. I mean, Rose disappeared. Okay, we have Mr. over there scrolling through car auctions.
You saw
Rose
that?
left the building. Yes, I did. And guess what? I know because from then on, Mr. Cameraman was told you can't be focusing on my
No,
screen. And even look at how he sits. He mustn't think that we don't see him, Mr.
I'm
Unknown
giving him
Name.
benefit of the doubt. He was looking at an exhibit, the gray, silver, white polo, or whatever. Giving him benefit. I don't know.
Okay, we'll give him the benefit of the doubt, okay? Because he stood up today and he told the judge, you need, can you imagine that? A whole judge is being told by his assistant over there, you have to ask Bongani Ntanzi if he agrees, sir. You can't just let the advocates run rogue and say they're representing Ramasipi. We need Bongani Ntanzi to say, okay, cool. I'm cool with that. Did you guys catch him do that? And then the judge goes, oh, yes, do you agree? Sir, are you really the judge or what? Next comment, Ketutula, okay? Late check-in all the way from Drakensberg. Thank you so much for this informative channel. Much appreciated. Oh, thank you so much. Love you, love you, love you. Outback Queen says there's a huge contradiction between the police informant what they told Advocate Ramasipili last year and what the lead detective has been saying to these attorneys since cross-examination. Listen, I'll be doing those comparison videos, okay? I'll definitely be doing these comparison videos throughout this break. I kind of enjoy doing that as well. Dazi says, if Kininda was in charge of the investigation, what do you mean if? If Kininda won't like that. He won't like that sentence. If Kininda was in charge of the investigating team, why didn't he discharge Makubo and I like that. And left Colonel Buthelezi. Kininda likes to be the boss. He's a bully. Listen, I loved the conversation today because it exposed Kininda. Because he says, no, it wasn't 4 months. No, we started in November and they already went rogue in January. Okay, think about it. November they started. By January, they obviously took the Christmas break as well. Did police take Christmas breaks? I don't know. Anyway, they're in admin roles. They should be gone. By January, okay, Makubo had already been like, I'm not doing this. I'm not working with this man. Do you blame him though? Just in the time that we have seen Kininda on the stand, he listens to nobody. Even when Baloyi objects and tries to cover his butt, he comes back and says, no, but I want to address that. I don't need any defenders here, okay? I can handle myself. And I think he's a tough person to work with. I wouldn't want to work with him. There's no way. He only wants to hear his voice, and that is a problem for me. Ooh, that's 100% true. Invite him. That is Elton Hart. Okay, we got a backing. Type a 5 in the comment section if you want me to reach out to Elton Hart this weekend. And let me know if you want us to do a live with Elton Hart. Elton Hart, this is a message to you. If you're listening, guys, make sure you send this clip to him, okay? Elton Hart, okay? Elton Hart. Attention, Elton Hart over there in the Joburg University. We would love to sit down and have an honest conversation with you here with the Mzansi Unfiltered members of the jury. Because of what? We see you, we hear you. It's time we sat down. It's time we meet. It's time we talk about it as well. Okay? Thank you.
Very sober analysis. Very sober analysis.
I think it would be fine. Oh, look at that. Aubrey also is endorsing that. Yes, Elton Hart, the guy at the University of Joburg. Boo, 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 boo. I think I should try to get a hold of him before end of term. The SABC anchors have not been coming since last week. I agree. When they changed the bus system to the one that they are using now, which is Newsroom Africa. So I'm thinking that perhaps they moved with their infrastructure. Wait, let me read that again. The SABC anchors have not been coming since last week when they changed the bus system to the one that they are using now, which is Newsroom Africa. Is Newsroom Africa the one that came in and upset Mr. Courtroom Elderly, and now you're using my electricity, and now you're putting in lights? Like, are there influencers here now? There's all this lighting in the courtroom. And yes, the cameras are different. They're now those, high-tech kind of looking kind of thingies that I absolutely hate. The one at the back that is always showing us the back. And I love that they can't do that with Mshololo because she's at the end of the room. So they can't give us that back shot. I hate that back shot because I am a person who loves to connect with the visuals. I need to see the eyes. But I love that now whoever is in control knows the story. So they know, okay, Mshololo, let me show accused number 5. We're seeing accused number 5. And did you guys catch him? He had a lot of smiles today. He had a lot of smiles on Today O'Clock, okay? And then when he does that side eye, that side eye when he looks at Geninda like, you better shut up. You better shut up. I know a cousin or two outside. So yeah, it's pretty intense.
Let me ask you this real quick.
Yes.
When you see Ganinda testifying and he's busy explaining something, do you ever look at those cops and those officers in the court behind, like standing up and sitting down, and do you ever wonder if they're thinking, "Yo, this guy's full of or do you think they believe
you mean
everything
the
he's saying?
correctional officers? The correctional officers are
Yeah.
hilarious. They will be laughing and like, bruh, what are you saying? The correctional officers for me is when they react. That's when I'm like, okay, he's cooking. He's cooking real good. Vosutando says, yes, Dan, we are aware about that. Okay. The manipulation in the chat. I think that's what he's referring to. That was an interesting conversation for me. I'm definitely going to listen to it again once we go offline. Mahola was coming to court and even assisting the state with some of the documents from her folder. Okay. Dan, you are spot on. I have seen that exactly. They are an audience that has been sourced to be followers of the state. On Monday, when the chat opens up, I'm going to be sitting right there and I'm going to be watching the chat. It's just that you can't really listen and follow the chat.
Right.
Those are two different dynamics. Because the chat is a battleground, okay? It's a war zone. So and so is fighting so and so. They're atting each other. And then there's Mrs. M and capital letters. I love Geninda. It's like, what are we doing? So if you follow I think you can, and I hate that SAPC doesn't save the chat. Because you can't see their chat after it's live. It's like, poof, gone with the wind. So I hate that they don't do that. Listen, SABC, if you need me to help you with the background of, YouTube Studio, I am happy to help you. Just check mark there, and there, okay? But somebody is in the chat because sometimes I see them deleting like the crazy comments. They get rid of those, but that's a lot of comments to work through.
Well, the YouTube has a strong algorithm now. The chat one, it's automatic, and it's very stronger than it was like a couple of years ago. So there's things that automatically
okay. Okay, so
yeah.
it's not someone. Okay, it is YouTube. Yeah, you know what? You are right.
Yeah.
Because I got in trouble with YouTube on Monday. Okay, was it Monday? I was just so excited. Oh, no, it was Monday or Tuesday. I uploaded a video, and in the video, my video titled, I got docked for a video title. So I didn't notice it. I was like, let me re-upload it again. Because it just was glitching. So I re-uploaded it again. And then the upload went through and YouTube said, okay, you're stubborn like that. You can't monetize this video, $. I was like, what? Yellow dollar sign? Why do I have a $. I was like, really? I can't use that word in my title. I really needed him to shut the door, if you know what I mean. That's what I said. And then, so I deleted the video, and then I re-uploaded it again, and I changed the title, and then I got the green $, and it's like, really, that one word set you off. So yeah, that's what happened to me on Monday. Full confession. But you know what? It's Gininda's fault. I'm a very pleasant person. Gininda just brings out the worst in you. He just takes you there, okay? He takes you to the battleground. So Mrs. R, I was almost like, wait, how did Mrs. M get in? You know why? I know that Mrs. M and the gangs, they will never come on alive. Have you guys ever noticed that? Because to subscribe seems to be such a painful thing. And to chat on my live, like I've never, ever, 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 ever had to delete a comment. I've never had to delete a comment. Like I said, I do a lot of, this is not my only channel. I have a huge TikTok account, not the Mzansi Unfiltered TikTok account. I have another TikTok account. I used to go live a lot on that account. And, the crazy drunkens are also there. And, you have moderators and they're taking things down. You don't even need a moderator here. That's how much a troll refuses to subscribe. If all the people that watched my channel subscribed, we would easily be over 120K. Easily. Because YouTube tells me 65% of people watching your videos are not subscribed. It hurts my heart. It really hurts. Because why can't we get to 100K, guys? I really want to get that YouTube plaque. When I started my journey, that was never the goal. But now that I'm so close, of course I want it. Duh, of course I want it. But so it's very difficult for a troll. So, like all the names you mentioned, it's very difficult for them to take that extra step and subscribe. They just can't do it. They can't. They can't even subscribe and pretend to be part of the good gang for 5 minutes. It pains them. And they feel that they would be benefiting me if they were to subscribe. So let me hold on to my subscription and never give it to her. But I hate to break it down to you, when you're watching the videos, I'm also benefiting. It's just a funny thing that when you think you're killing me by not subscribing, but you're watching, you're actually helping. So just subscribe anyway. Just do the honorable thing.
No, these people, they're probably subscribed to you. There's this term over here that they call hate watching.
Ooh.
So it's like you subscribe to see what they're going to say next.
Hate watching. I've never even
like,
heard that phrase.
Yeah, it's like when your haters are just, on your collar,
Do you think I have haters? I don't think I have haters.
I
That
don't
would
think you have
hurt my
haters.
heart.
I don't think you have
I'm not strong enough for that, okay? I live alone, okay? I can't have haters. But then what else happened? I was like, you know what? Let me turn on all my VPNs. Let me turn on all my
Nice.
everything and protect myself. I'm like, you know what? I'm not gonna live in fear. And I hate it when people project their fear on me. I'm goody good. And I'm not negating what's happening to other people, but I've been on the internet for a while. I've been on the internet long enough to know how to, be okay. And I'm okay. I am okay. I'm okay. No weapon formed against me will prosper, because it's, it will cause problems for you more than for me. So don't do it, okay? Don't try to come for me, because I'm the wrong one. That's all I'm gonna say, okay? Mrs. R, that's why I stopped, because I was like, wait, what? Mrs. M is here. They really will not subscribe, because all it takes for this hate watchers is to hit that subscribe button, and then you see the comment section opens up for them, and you can even come and fight it out. I even allow you to come and join the stream, but they just can't do it. They won't do it. And I wouldn't mind. I really wouldn't mind if I had a live and Team Defense was here and we battled it out. I wouldn't mind. But that's the thing about a troll and a keyboard warrior. They're just not willing to do it. They're not willing to go all the way in. Mrs. R says, interesting to watch Judge Rata always descend into the arena when the witness is cornered, speaking Janla, and then he'll be like, and then I'll be blamed for colluding. Then they'll say I'm colluding. So you are. Stop denying it. You know what you did. Dan is on point. Umlambo Designs. Hello, my sis. Do you still tell your husband about other videos? Do you still break it down for him? Gilinda says the names being written together is a link. That man, sometimes. But that was like a cover letter where you are asking someone to find if there is a link between Kelly and the list of the... Yes. Gilinda is strange but true. Did you guys used to watch that show? I love it. What are we watching this weekend, guys? I haven't decided what I'm watching because I watch other stuff to kind of detox for the weekend. So let me know what's good on these Netflix streets. I told you what I watched last week. I enjoyed it. Make sure you watch it. It's on Apple TV. Hijack. It is amazing. I think I'll watch it again because I loved it. Vusutanda says the problem with Longwe on the stand is just one. What's the problem? What's the problem? He continues and says, Longwe, were you high that night? Mic drop. Mshoza also said someone else will understand what she said. Yes, I remember. She said that. Mshololo for president. Mshololo should go for the JP role. Gininda, being a law student, knows he is busy with Sakamlokosh. Ooh, what are you trying to do with me, David? What word is that? What? Sakamlokosh? No, David, type it again. Type it again. You're showing my ignorance on these internet streets. What word is that? Ooh. Family, thank you so much. Okay, we did it again. I always know when I go live, it ends up being a 3-hour live. And it causes problems for me in the background. Okay, it causes problems because then I have to watch the whole thing to do clips. So I want to make sure I say special thank yous to Belter. Thank you for your super sticker. Dan, he's back in the memberships because he can't live without those emojis. Tim, Stu, Vusutando, thank you so much for supporting the channel tonight. Thank you, everybody who liked the video. You also supported the channel, okay? That's a huge support for me. It's huge, okay? It's huge. And also, everybody who commented, you have my heart because you're building the engagement. I love it. If you've ever dropped a comment, I absolutely love it. You know, that other gang, you know, the Walter gang, those guys, I'll never get to see their comments. I'm sorry, Walter, but we didn't hit it off on the first night, and I just couldn't do it. Had to put you on the get out of jail never department. Okay, get out of jail. Like, I can't. There was a day, and I think it was Nkosinati Shong. It was like, it's when you see someone commenting and replying to every comment that you're like, whoa, wait a minute. You're just way too invested. You're way too invested.
I've seen Isabel Lane and in quite a few broadcaster like yourselves comments after videos.
I'll never see a comment of hers. She probably still comments, but she's all by
It's all
herself.
Walter and Justin. Yeah, it's all Walter Justin.
Wow. Okay, so I am going to end this broadcast, okay? So it doesn't go on record that we were live for more than an hour when they talk about us over there with the Walters. We should, yeah. Or should we one day do a 5-hour live? That would be crazy. But I'm going to be back live again tomorrow because I know I'm going to wake up to comments. Shout out to the replay gang. I know I'm going to wake up to comments. I didn't get the notification. Why did you go live so late? Well, you never told us you were going live. I know those comments are coming. And I want you to first of all know, before you type that comment, I love you already. I love you. And I'm going to do another live tomorrow. And we'll do another one on Sunday. And you know I don't do back-to-back lives. But that is it from me today. Thank you so much for joining. Dan, do you have any last words? And thank you, Dan. Thank you for staying with me, okay, and chatting with me because I absolutely love it. I love the conversation, thought-provoking conversations that you brought to the table. I also love the love that you gave to the channel. I really, really appreciate you, and I absolutely mean it. Any last words? And I'll look into
Sure.
Elton Hart for everybody. By popular demand, Elton Hart, okay, to the front of the room.
Yeah, no, absolutely. No, I want to say, no, just thank you for having me on and spending so much time with me. I know I've been whining in past several comments about getting on, and
I love it. I love it. I love it. It keeps me honest and keeps me like, you can't just not go live. You got to stop.
Yeah, so I feel like you kind of did this for me, but now I appreciate it though. Most importantly, I just thank everybody for tolerating me, not just right now and today, but just no. I mean, because I know I could be a very eccentric commenter, whether in SABC or anywhere you see me. I know I could be a little much. So just, I always mean well, and I do have a lot of love. I love, everybody else. So, but no, but thank you for spending the time with me though. Yeah.
I appreciate every single one of you. Make sure you give yourselves a pat on the back for spending a Friday night with me. Woo-hoo-hoo. I feel super special. Thanks for joining, everybody. I am going to end us off. What should we play? What should we play to end this off? We're going straight to Kelly Kumalo.
Wazi kanjani ukuthi ngubani mina? Wazi kanjani ukuthi ngumuntu wesilisa noma ngumuntu wesifazane? Or your assumptions are based on hearsay, or what you think you know and what you think you've heard, or what you think you feel? Uzothini mangithi ngumuntu wesilisa? Wazi kanjani ukuthi ngumuntu wesifazane? Awuyazi lento ekhuluma uyakhuluma nje dongayazi. Otherwise, on the other hand, why should I care what you think? Why should I care what your opinion of me is? Why should I be bothered by what you think? Uba wena. Yini wenza ucanga ubaleke ngaleyo ndlela ukuthi kumele nje impilo yami ihlangahlangane uyinyakaze ngenxa yakho? Wazi kanjani ukuthi ngubani mina? Wazi kanjani ukuthi ngumuntu wesilisa noma ngumuntu wesifazane?
Hey bana. Hey bana. Hey bana. Hey bana. Hey bana.